Gentlemen, episode number 439 live. Welcome to episode number 12, YTD Academy live. And do we have a smoking hot show for you this evening? We're, of course, early this week. We're, of course, supposed to start on our new day this week, which would be tomorrow, Sunday. But due to circumstances out of my control, we had to push back. Originally we were going to push towards Monday, but we decided to rock and roll this evening. So it is party time at TAV at the Shark Tank here on YouTube. But before we get to any discussions and talking about the dirt sheets and anything else regarding pro wrestling, let's get our guest host with the most onto the broadcast, episode number 439. We welcome Froggy Mothlegs to the broadcast. Welcome in, Froggy. What's going on? It's new and exciting. What's been going on at Chateau du Frog?
Well, my app is really laggy, even just to unmute. Anyway,
is it? Yeah, that's funny.
This Thursday, I'm going on a train trip to LA with my girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to see each other face to face.
Now, is that a lengthy distance from where you live?
Yes, I live very central U.S., and of course, LA is the far west coast.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So it'll be almost 2 days on train there and back.
Geez, that's about the same distance as it is for me to go to LA.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. It's just funny when you think of it because LA's in the United States and you're in the United States, but you don't think that, just because I'm in Canada, there's that always, depending on where you are, if you're far west and they're down east or south or whatever. So, yeah. So you're going, for how long are you going for?
It'll be 2 days there, about 2 days in LA, so just one night, and then 2 days back.
2 days back. Nice. Just for something that, was this planned, or is this just spontaneous? Is there a special occasion?
Yeah. We've been working on it for a couple months. We had planned on doing it closer to our anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Which
Nice.
is December.
Okay.
But it was financially much more viable to, knock it back another month or so.
Right.
So that's what
okay. Alright, so I'm opening up my dashboard here, seeing how I didn't have it open already.
Hello, Roger.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome in.
It is showtime. Go
Good,
Hello
what's new
there.
and exciting? So what name are you going by on here?
Golden Gamer 76776.
Okay.
Excellent.
You never know. Some people change names on platforms like they change their underwear. So, we just want to make sure.
Showtime and go time. I am going by Sir Jack.
And Golanola, welcome in.
Howdy, howdy.
What's going on, Golanola?
I sent the Glenalians to this stream.
The Glenalians are savage little bastards that deserve to be caught in the flames of a blowtorch set on high. Sent to the depths of hell, never to return, because they are pesky, invasive, intrusive, insensitive little bastards. I do not like them.
They're almost entirely your community as well.
Howdy, howdy. Hey, Froggy.
What up, Glenn?
A Golden Gamer. Okay. Nice to hear your voice.
Golden Gamer. Alright, so Sir Jack is in the house. What's going on? Sir Jack the Greatest. What's new and exciting, my friend? Welcome in. So I was just kind of explaining that the show was, of course, supposed to be tomorrow night, but due to circumstances, rather than pushing to Monday, we decided to just rock and roll this evening. But that said, amazing card for tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. 9 matches. We've got about 5 championship matches tonight, I believe. So.
Yeah, and, the YTD, that got some great superstars on it.
It does. And 12th episode now. This is our 12th episode.
Wow, that's actually surprising.
I know. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. We were all sitting on Discord discussing doing a development league and what we were going to do, where we were going to do it. Is it going to be done on Twitch? Where are we going to... And then here we are. Of course, we started out doing just dark matches first, but...
And I'm not sure if I've said this to you or not, Archer. You have proven me wrong.
Oh, yes.
Because I was one of the ones that was kind of against doing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I thought that it wouldn't have the following that you have on Twitch.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
And really, the reason for that is the dark matches, right? The dark matches that we do that are drawing the views, and then because people are now going back and watching old episodes we've done too, so that's nice. I like to see the hits on the old episodes, because we have. I just finished uploading some more last. I don't remember if I did the latest episode. I have to check, but anyways, I exported more of our shows to YouTube, so we have everything from episode 100 right up to either 437 or 438 anyways.
Yeah.
So
and
over 300.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to have these stuff before 100 because there were some great matches then too.
That pissed me right off because it just happened to be I forget why or what made me decide to start exporting to YouTube, but I went in to check on all my VODs, and there were a big chunk of them missing, and it wasn't like in linear, like it was literally all over the place. Like maybe episodes 3 to 10 are missing, and then episodes 23 to 28, like they just deleted in the weirdest random way. And oh fuck, I was mad, and I almost left Twitch because of that, because I thought they didn't there's no warning. It was just, how do you just dump off our VODs like that? And the funny thing is, up until recently, I had VODs from a long time ago still on there. How come they didn't get deleted? It's like, I don't know. So anyways, from episode 100 all the way through to episode number 337 or 338. Or sorry, 37, or I was thinking there's 337 or 338 videos of our shows, plus all of our dark matches. So there's a lot of content on there for everybody to check out and enjoy. So, but yeah, YTD Academy has been a great success. It's been a lot of fun. Some great angles, new characters, storylines. It's been great. It's been great. So, what do you think of it, Froggy? And what did you think when we first started it?
Well, I saw it as the equivalent of NXT for the TAV, and I thought, this will probably work. It'll take a little bit to get up and going, as all new brands do, but it allows us to have matches you wouldn't normally see, because you have to make sure that the people with the heat, with the eyes on the product, aka the storylines, are the ones getting the airtime in the shows. But in YTD, you can kind of have a little more, lean into the interesting matchups a little bit more and kind of see if anything sparks there.
Yeah, well said. Well said. And the other thing is I don't know if anybody's noticed, but what happens with YTD Academy is obviously it's not just for newcomers. So if you're struggling on the main roster, after a certain length of time, I literally remove people from the main roster and keep them at YTD Academy until they start to rejuvenate a little bit, and then they can either go back to the brand they were on, or they can pick a new home. Whichever, doesn't matter. But so it's veterans, OG superstars, newcomers, and man, there's been a lot of great matches. That's the most fun part, because it hasn't been just among streamer teams. The superstars of WCW and TAV going over and schooling some of the young bucks, and even I mean, how many times have we seen, Mr. Perfect become a champion, or Cody Rhodes, or Drew McIntyre recently? There's been some real surprises and very, very cool matches. Very cool matches.
I will say you do coddle some of these newcomers, because you got the Wolfman sitting there going, "Hey, I'll face him." Hey, what do? No way! We're gonna give him a chance.
Yeah, well, the Wolfman challenged one of the newcomers day one, like, may as well hand the poor bastard a pink slip. Golden Gamer, you got to turn your volume up a little bit. We can barely hear you.
But not Archer. I hear you a little bit better.
Yeah.
But Archer, come on. Not necessarily, losing early on is not necessarily a death sentence to your career.
No, that's true.
Look at the Wolfman.
That's true, but who the hell would face the Wolfman day one and think, "Hey, I want to go back to work"? What a great first match! That was a great welcoming.
It would be a great match.
It would have been like putting Poindexter in with Andre the Giant first match. Could you imagine?
Probably make Andre tap.
Make Andre tap, yeah. Could you? Yeah. That would be hilarious. Oh my god.
Dude, Poindexter was making people tap in a knockout match.
Has he ever faced Andre before?
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah,
Did he
made him tap?
Did he really? Oh, okay, I thought,
Yeah.
alright. I thought we were just playing on a what-if scenario. I couldn't remember if he did or didn't.
Yeah, I think it was a multi-man match, but I'm not positive.
Oh, so it wasn't 1v1, okay.
But
That
still.
one was one-on-one.
Or was it one-on-one when he made Andre tap?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because I was like, well, have fun in the hospital, Dex. And no, he actually pulled it out.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Then of course he wins Poindexter wins last night in a huge battle royale.
That was a badass battle royal. All Wolfpack battle royal. All 8 members. And man, did they slug it out. Wow. And you know what, though? For whatever reason, it was supposed to be a Fatal 8 KO, but they it was 8 men, but they changed the rule set to like a Royal Pain where you had to do it twice. I was so confused. And not just that. Did you notice nobody could leave the ring? Like, so they were trapped in there like a tornado trap match that I make. I have no idea how the hell that happened. That was not sanctioned, but it was a hell of a match, yeah.
Yeah.
At least nobody was naked. You know.
Luckily, we haven't had that happen in a while.
No.
You have War, who writes his own rules for matches anyway.
That's a very good thing, Golden Gamer, yeah. So.
You have Poindexter, the Glitch King himself.
Yeah. I still say we need Archer decks.
That would be
we
ghastly.
Need, War decks.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Wardex would look an awful lot like Codex.
True.
Although if we waited a while to pull the trigger on it, or if he waited a while, I ain't giving him anything. He can find his own tickle trunk, but if he waits a while to do it, you know, there's a little bit of time lapse in there between Codex and Wardex.
Unless you did the debut.
Why am I
attire
coming up with a
before-
timeline for him to keep back like a fruit loop? I don't know. Good lord.
No, we really do need Archer decks.
Well, the fans kept giving him hell for wearing velour to the ring. They kept giving him hell for looking like Marty McFly.
Oh
And,
god.
He got jacked up on mimosas one day and kicked open the door to my office and was like, "I'm doing cosplay," and then just left. I was like, "All right, buddy, I'll help if I can."
There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of real interesting information in the dirt sheets tonight. At all.
Oh.
Only a couple of really new, noteworthy articles that I'm seeing so far. It might be an extra list night, I think. Now, luckily, it is YTD Academy, so things tend to move along a little bit quicker than they do over at the Purple brand. But
The purple brand.
not as much villainy here. Actually, there's no villainy here. There is none. This is like a day off at work.
There's not that much villainy, anyways.
Depends on which show.
The only show that matters is WCW.
So villainy.
Championship.
What's
What
that?
was that?
How many times have you threatened to explode a championship recently, Glenola?
Right. And then Woozy also recently threatened to explode a title. Who else did? France with 2 L's.
This. I always talk to Weezy. He never tells me this stuff.
Oh, it looks like there was 3 more competitors announced for the Royal Rumble. So there's something. This was from...
Are you excited for the Royal Rumble?
I mean... It's funny because a lot of people love the shit out of the Royal Rumble. It's never been my favorite pay-per-view ever. I mean... I've never been... You know, this is an unpopular opinion too, but I've never been that impressed by the Royal Rumble. The match itself, I mean. I've never been impressed by the Royal Rumble.
Couple surprising wins.
The only Royal Rumble I really liked was the one that Ric Flair entered and ended up winning the WWF Championship in.
I was real hyped when Shinsuke won. I like
Yeah.
that one a lot.
Oh yeah, that one.
It's not my fault.
I don't know, I've just never been all that impressed by a Royal Rumble.
2020 was an interesting year.
I will say, I liked the 2001. Even though Archer and I disagree about Drew Carey, yeah, I thought Drew Carey was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of Drew Carey being involved.
But I really enjoyed 2001.
So this article's from F4W Online, and it says 3 more competitors announced for WWE Royal Rumble, and it's by Brian Rose. And it says Rey Mysterio, Raquel Rodriguez, and Gunther are the latest to declare for this year's Royal Rumble. On Friday's SmackDown, both Rey Mysterio and Gunther declared their entry for the men's Rumble match. Raquel Rodriguez in a promo said she was excited to enter her first Royal Rumble. Mysterio in a promo said that it wasn't the best holiday season for him due to Dominic Mysterio's unwelcomed arrival during the family festivities. However, he said that the best way for himself to get back on track is by winning the Royal Rumble. Gunther successfully defended the Intercontinental title on Friday's show, defeating Braun Strowman with a powerbomb. That's kind of impressive, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's why I think Gunther should be the one to beat Honky Tonk Man's record, because the guy has been so impressive as Intercontinental Champion, and all of his matches are just so well done. Like he's very, very good. And plus he's already been Intercontinental Champion for this long, so why the hell not at this point? Seriously, why the hell not at this point, you know?
He's the man to do it.
He is the man to do it, exactly. So later backstage, Gunther declared for the Rumble, saying that Friday's win over Strowman was glorious, but now it's time to capitalize by winning the Royal Rumble. I'd actually like to see Gunther eventually become WWE Champion, but...
I'm going to be interested on what's going to happen in that match.
Well, I mean, the Royal Rumble's probably going to be won by Cody Rhodes, to be fair.
Chances are good. They're already running Cody promos.
Yeah.
Sort of greasing the wheels for his return, if you will.
Exactly.
Making predictions of the fact that Cody Rhodes may be Universal Champion.
No, it won't be the Universal Championship. It'll be the WWE Championship. The Universal Championship didn't exist in his father's time.
True.
He won't want anything to do with that title.
That does make sense now.
Yep. The whole story is to claim the championship that his father and brother never got the opportunity for. And although the Universal title obviously would be still one of them, but I mean, they didn't exist then for Dusty Rhodes and Goldust, so it wouldn't matter.
Do
Yes.
you remember when
So villainy.
the actor for Green Arrow was in the stands and Stardust decided to pick a fight with
Yeah. Yeah, he's, you know what, he actually, he's a huge pro wrestling fan. He actually is a pretty good wrestler even. You can see, like, he still,
did a couple of wrestling matches.
he still wrestles for independent promotions. Yeah, so it's interesting.
Amell,
But yeah.
Stephen Amell.
Sorry, say that again?
Stephen Amell.
Yeah, Stephen Amell, yeah. I loved the show Arrow. I mean, it was a shame that they ended it when they did. I thought it was just picking up steam again, because they had a couple seasons that they weren't necessarily terrible, but they weren't as good as the rest. And then they were finally picking up a little steam, and then they're like, oh, we're just going to cancel the show now. It's like, you bastards.
Thanks, CW.
Right? So after Raquel Rodriguez announced she was entering the Royal Rumble, she and Liv Morgan apparently got into a confrontation, and that led to a match between the two. Rodriguez won the match with a Tiana bomb. And here is the updated Royal Rumble lineup, which is Saturday, January 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock and WWE Network. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens is, of course, the main event. Which is silly. Which is silly. The pay-per-view is called the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble should be the main attraction. But anyways, Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. Men's Royal Rumble match so far, we know Ricochet, Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, Gunther, and Rey Mysterio are involved. Women's Royal Rumble match, we know Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, and Raquel Rodriguez are in the match. And that's all the information from that article.
What do you think about Vince returning?
I mean, when I first found out that WWE could potentially be looking to sell, I pretty much knew at some point Vince was going to worm his way back somehow. I mean, he is the founder. He is WWE. And honestly, if they're gonna finally sell, which they were going to eventually, anyways, right? I mean, why not now? He was already removed once anyways. Why wait till he's gone to, sell the company? But it's happening in a different fashion than everybody thought. But, I mean, it was eventually going to sell to somebody. There's no way that the McMahon legacy is strong enough to keep that company afloat for how many more generations? I just don't believe that. I mean, we'll see. I don't know if any of Triple H's children are going to get into the business. I don't know. There's just too many ifs and questions there, you know what I mean? So why not sell it? And, I mean, it'll thrive. It's a global machine. It's not going anywhere. I thought it was funny when there was the whole talk about Saudis buying it. I mean, I knew that was bullshit. That was just tossing a story out there for the sake of tossing the story out there is what that was. But... And the two companies that are at the top of the chain for buying WWE to begin with are Fox and Comcast, which makes perfect sense because they already have deals with WWE. So, but yeah, so I don't know. Do you guys see anything interesting going on? Hear any information? See anything? Read anything?
A couple things tangential to what we've been talking about. Couple little tidbits.
All right.
Talking about Cody's return, he's working with a couple NXT stars to get back in shape. Anyone want to take a guess as to whom?
Sorry, say that again.
Cody is, I'll read the line. The report also added that the two-time Intercontinental Champion, Cody Rhodes, has been working alongside two NXT superstars, Carmelo Hayes and Joe Gacy.
Oh, yeah?
He selected them himself, and they're helping him train to get back in shape and ring ready.
Interesting.
Well, I guess, yeah, it says they're training him, but I guess that's they are active and he is getting back into the ring work kind of a thing.
Gotcha. Do you guys expect John Cena to be at the Royal Rumble?
Maybe.
I'm thinking it would make sense if he made
There's
it.
always a chance, you know.
It would make sense. I mean, he had one match last year. So, I don't know. He's been around lately anyways.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if he was there. I have no idea what...
Peacemaker.
What's
Love
that?
show. I'm still rewatching Peacemaker.
Oh, are you?
I was gonna mention that.
I've never watched that movie. I've never watched it.
Like, imagine they announce him as, like, Peacekeeper, like, slash John Cena, like, slash Peacekeeper or something.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever do that.
Not really, but, like, it'd be fun.
He kept
All
the
right.
suit. Okay.
Well, before we get any further discussions on the go and get into any lists or anything else we're going to talk about this evening, I say we get episode number 12 on the go. All right. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 439, and incidentally, episode number 12 of YTD Academy live. Let's go.
First match, interesting. It's really hard to predict who's going to have these matches, man.
True.
I've only gotten one prediction right.
Don't you be singing to the choir, because Glenola and I almost never get a bet correct.
What is up, guys?
Actually,
All
I had the last show, but that's only because I bet on Dex at the end. Everything else was a loss.
Fair.
What's up, Joe?
Yo,
Link?
Joe Link is in the house. Life is great. In the house. What's going on, guys? And here we go. We got 9 matches tonight, and they are going to be nothing but absolutely pure fire. We got 5 championship matches, and of course, this is YTD Academy's opportunity to push forward and keep blazing that trail, just like Starrcade and Wrestle Wars Genesis, as we get closer and closer to the first big stream preview of 2023 WCW Slamboree right around the corner, and that is going to be a thrill ride, ladies and gentlemen. I personally can't wait. First big show of the year. It's going to be exciting. But tonight we're kicking things off. Glenola, I think you're going to really enjoy this first matchup. It goes right along with your theme of seeing the OGs going to battle. Check this out. The first match of the evening. We've got the All-American Uptown B. Henry from Team 3 TVB, of course, one of the members of Tons of Funk. Taking on the Nightmare Damien from Team Kraken Skulls. We've got the Iceman Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool. The Samoan Lion, Big Bubba Bruno from Team Soul Embers. One half of Demolition from Team The Turret Man. The Terror Johnny Braddock. And of course, last but not least in this matchup, it is the Soul Man, Jay Simmons from Team J Negative Gaming. And I'm sure Glenola can tell you lots of stories about J Negative Gaming and the Soul Man.
Well, you know, J Negative is just an awesome person. You know, was one of those that helped Archer and myself. You know,
It did.
to reach affiliate. You know, J Negative, Key Woods, KJ2294, Well, I think you would. I'm just key as the channel.
True.
Rick helped too.
And I don't know if the Trigger Talk TV guys helped Archer or not, per se, as a for channel. I don't know, but yeah, that was another great group.
Yeah, Trigger Talk TV. Well, they're now called Misfit Cafe.
Yeah. And it's just I think Reese is on there once in a while.
He is, yeah.
But Keys is
also,
never
Jared's
on.
been on there. He was GamerBot J.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, and of course, B. Henry's been on there.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Or, well, not B. Henry, but 3TVB's been on there. So, but yeah.
I know J Negative actually is the reason I'm an affiliate.
I mean, they
stuck
all
at that 2.9. What was it? I think I had 2.95.
Yeah.
On my average, and J Negative hit me with a 30-some person raid.
Boosted that puppy up. Yeah, they helped all of us. I mean, they raided us so many times to help us reach affiliate, and were dropping bits and subs, and I mean, they were fantastic. Great communities, great people, great communities, and we continue to be on the best of terms to this very day.
Yep.
So
part of the reason that I know myself, and I think I'm pretty safe speaking for Archer, that we're so big on helping these smaller channels, is because that's what we had. We had these larger channels that,
and not everybody gets that.
Us that hand up.
Not everybody gets that. Not everybody gets a great big community immediately saying, "Hey, we'll help you, we'll support you. When are you streaming? We'll be there." You know what I mean? We all do that. Our entire community. So it's fantastic.
We've had help
all right.
for the last 3 or 4 months straight from this community.
Exactly. So I mean, it's fantastic. Like that's what I said. I said I'm blessed to have the community I do, because a lot of communities, they only concentrate on one in particular channel, for the most part. But if you look at the grand scale of things, you look at how many times have you jumped into another channel and all of a sudden there's 4 or 5 people from the Archiverse in there. You know what I mean? We go to everybody's channels, we support everybody's endeavors. That is what we're supposed to do. That is how we continue to grow. It is how we stay strong. So it's awesome. You couldn't be happier with our community. I always say we have the very best community on Twitch, but I actually mean that. I think we have the very best community on Twitch as far as having a great, I mean, we've culminated like a great group of very good human beings. And how often does that happen on an internet platform?
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we have mature, good people. Even some of the younger audience that even like Golden Gamer, they're good, mature people. They're not in here trying to cause a problem or act like an idiot, or cause problems because their wrestler weren't wearing pants to the ring. Believe me, that can happen. Believe me, that can happen. But it has happened many times.
And not my wrestler.
Yeah. But no, it's true though. We just have we are fortunate and lucky. And the other plus side of that is how many new channels, even just recently, that I've been led to from Froggy or Joe Link or somebody just over the past week or two, even. I still struggle with finding other wrestling streams that I enjoy, but there's a few out there that I do enjoy watching, or at least enjoy the communities. It's not necessarily the show, but the community. But because there's not many other wrestling streams like Dog Faces and ours, and they exist and they have their own thing going on. But as far as, I don't know, they're different. Some are good, some aren't. Plain and simple. It doesn't matter which ones are good and which ones aren't. But It's because that a lot of them, for me personally, are just too boring. Too boring. Now, I no longer visit those ones anyways. I only visit the ones that I find at least interesting community-wise, but it's not like finding a Final Fantasy stream or a Red Dead stream or a Far Cry stream. You know what I mean? It's really hard to find a good, and not just a good wrestling channel, but a good wrestling community that isn't toxic. That's the other thing. I'll find a lot of the communities in the wrestling are toxic. And you go in and there's people complaining about being ignored, or they're not able to increase their attributes for the wrestler quick enough, or
it seems really hard.
Oh god, I've seen so many weird and strange things, and I just like, okay, I'm going back to the Archiverse now. That's it. I'm done. I'll go back under the TAV rock and staying there, but it's just strange how people behave. All right, so before we get any further discussions and into any lists, I think it is about time we get the first match of the night started. So there are no betting lines. There are no betting lines, so if anybody's waiting to place a bet, you will not be able to do so here at the Shark Tank. Eventually, after monetization, I will have tools we can utilize so you'll be able to do that. But as for right now, we do not have that option. That said, we still have a badass match. You can always sound off in the chat. And, of course, people on the broadcast, definitely let me know. Who do you guys think is winning this match? It's going to be Uptown B. Henry, The Nightmare, Damien, the Iceman Christian Hart, Big Baba Bruno, The Terror, Johnny Braddock, or the Soul Man, Jay Simmons. We are going to find out right now. Let's go. All right. So, off topic, and I don't know if anybody cares, but did anybody see that Elvis Presley's daughter passed away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she was a singer-songwriter, yeah. She wasn't just a singer. I was surprised when she actually finally did release a couple songs. I didn't think she ever would. I thought she would have just stayed behind the scenes and been a lyricist for the most part, but she was actually quite good. I was, after she had released the singles and they did well, I was actually shocked she didn't do more, but she preferred the writing aspect of it, I think. But, I mean, she had a rough go, right? Her son committed suicide, and obviously still always dealing with the trauma from her father and everything else. So, I mean, like trauma as in him passing when she was young and dealing with the fallout of that. And I mean, let's face it, the Presley family deals with the fallout from that whole thing, which happened in the 70s to this very day. I mean, somebody just embezzled a bunch of money from them. I believe they're in the process of getting that back already. I mean, they've had all kinds of issues over time. And then, of course, you know, people digging into their past and movies. You know, I mean, it can't be easy to be in the spotlight, especially when you're somebody as iconic as the Presley family. You know what I mean? I mean, those guys are American icons. So,
yeah, if you think about what this last week has been bad, but you know, we're 14 days into this year, and we have lost Lisa Marie Presley, Jeff Beck.
Whoa. We lost Beck?
Jeff Beck, the guitarist.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. When the fuck did that happen?
He said he'll steal the show here tonight, and he looks more
and how dare you, by the way?
The 10th. He died on the 10th.
How did I miss that? That is ghastly.
Carol Cook passed away on the 11th.
I knew that.
Ken Block, I don't know him. He's looks like he's a race car driver.
Oh, okay.
Pro Rally. Yeah, I don't know him, but Fred White from Earth, Wind, and Fire. There's Gangster Boo. Again, I'm not familiar with them. Now, what's not on this list that I'm finding here, Robbie Knievel just passed away.
Oh, shit. From what? Like, was it an accident or just natural causes? What happened there?
Let me see if I can find out.
The reason I asked that, if nobody knows who the Knievels are, you definitely want to check into that. Also an American icon, by the way.
Take a look at the talent in competition.
You know, he actually did the jump that his dad could never do.
So amped up for this one.
He did complete that, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was the Grand Canyon, if I remember right. Yeah, but...
A very high-pressure situation.
You know, his dad was the great Evil Knievel. Who was one of the greatest daredevils and stuntmen around.
If not the, I mean, I don't know too many people that have jumped the Grand Canyon. I mean,
Yeah.
he may have crashed and died, but, you know, the balls it took to even attempt that, you know, whether or not he knew he was going to succeed or not. You know what I mean? Like, would anybody in the chat right now try jumping on a rocket-powered motorcycle and jumping the Grand Canyon? Because I sure as hell would not. I don't give a shit what you offer me.
Yeah.
Except for an airplane.
Yeah. But yeah, he's the one. He jumped the Grand Canyon. He managed to jump the Grand Canyon. Yeah,
no, he did.
Yeah,
he completed the campaign for sure.
Yeah. Broke his leg doing it, but
yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Basically, if you have watched the movie Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze in that movie, you might as well figure that was the Knievels.
Exactly.
From Kansas City, Kansas.
He vaulted Caesar's, vaulted 150 feet over the fountains at Caesar's Palace.
The Terror, Johnny Brada.
They're a bunch of crazy fucks.
Some would say the superstar thinks a little too much of themselves, but the tape doesn't lie.
Jumped over 30 limousines at the Tropicana Hotel.
Maybe even lose a match once in a while.
Jumped between the Jockey Club Hotel towers in Las Vegas with no net below him.
By the way, no further update on us losing one of our VODs on YouTube as a result of a copyright claim by WWE put a listen to this one. WWE put a copyright claim on one of my VODs because we happen to be using their content. Yeah. You know, in the video game that they provide for people to utilize that content. I found that very funny, I'll be honest. Like, I was pissed off. I'm like, God damn it, I just lost the video. But at the same time, I was like, are you fucking shitting me?
Now, what episode was it, if I may?
I'd have to go to YouTube Studio and look.
Okay.
But I'll post it in Discord later. I'll show you the message I got. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch as many Robbie Knievel stunts as I did his father's and others around that same time period, but did you guys watch any of the Knievel's stunts?
Oh, I think I watched every one of his Vegas jumps. I was watching the Grand Canyon jump. You know. And Evil.
Think of the Grand Canyon jump. I wonder how many people placed bets on him dying.
Probably a lot.
My grandma started the
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
concrete and basically sprayed that at my face black.
I didn't realize I thought he died way before this, but Evil only died in 2007.
Oh, wow.
Evil Knievel?
Yeah.
I thought he was dead before that, too.
I thought it was in the 90s and he died.
Yeah, no, I thought he died far before that.
Well, life apparently childhood nickname was Eve, short for Evil Knievel. The grandma started it after they took the concrete and basically removed half her face.
Ooh.
Bummer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how did you kiss the concrete, might I ask? Care to share that story? On Wrestle Wars and Starrcade, we discuss pro wrestling. On YTD Academy, we discuss the dismay of people's personal lives. Welcome in, everybody! Episode number 439 here at the Arch Reverse. Episode 12 here at YTD Academy. Today, it's all about life falling face first onto the concrete. Woo!
241 pounds.
Actually,
Please beat TMZ to the information.
I used to jump on bicycles. It wasn't anything fancy, we just had a sheet of plywood at an angle, a little bit of space, sheet of plywood at an angle, another sheet of plywood to land on. Problem is I had one bike that I could clear 3 sheets of plywood.
Oh, dang.
I'd had that bike since I was a kid. It was my first bike, but I was still able to ride it. So you had that super light, little kid's bike. When that thing went airborne, it flew.
Do you have a BMX or what you would consider a BMX?
I don't know if you remember the Sundance from the late 70s.
That's the one that what's-his-name rode in the movie Rad, isn't it?
No, it was not a BMX. It was just a little bike. It was... I don't know if I can even have a picture.
Do you remember the movie Red?
Oh, I love Rad.
Right? That was such a... I mean,
I don't know. I'd say about once a month.
It wasn't an epic film or
least.
anything, but it was a good... It was a fun story. It was a fun
once
story.
A month, I go on to YouTube and I watch the clip of the gym dance. The BMX dance.
Holding them back.
It's a fun movie, though. Back when they still made those. Like, you know, one of my favorite movies of all time is one of the most simple movies of all time. It was such a great little story, but Goonies.
Goonies is great. Yes. Goonies are enough.
Short spell, they'd actually talked about doing a new Goonies.
I've heard rumors that they are.
Well, I know the talks were really heating up before COVID. I don't know where it stands now, but as long as they take the time to make it, because, I mean, we all bitched and complained that it took way too long to have a Top Gun 2 come out, and look what happened when they did take the time. I mean, that movie, I have never seen a sequel to a movie be every bit as good as the original. That was phenomenal. Top Gun Maverick blew me away. But, so the Goonies, if they would do the same thing and make sure they, because, I mean, that's an epic story, and, you know, and I believe they were going to make it about their kids. So, because another good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, watch it before the new one comes out. That was the best Ghostbusters movie I've ever seen. You know, I'm glad that you still got the history of the other ones, but that was a fantastic Ghostbusters movie, just fantastic. Yeah, Ghostbusters is just cool.
Okay, it's looking less likely that there's going to be one, after with Donner's passing. And
okay.
August 24th, Corey Feldman just says, "Let's hope not."
Yeah.
Those remakes, they ruin everything.
Well, he's not wrong. They do. I mean, very few. So I didn't know it was going to be a remake. I thought it was going to be like more of a sequel with Kit. So it sounds to me like it was more of a talk of a reboot of the show. So yeah, you know what? 0 on remaking it. So
he cited the 2016 Ghostbusters Abomination as proof of his stance.
Well, yeah. I mean, I actually own that movie just because it's. unofficially part of the franchise. It's a Ghostbusters movie, but what a... It was not... Anyways, you know what? I have to pee, so I'll be right back, and then I'll potentially give my opinion on that Ghostbusters movie. Maybe. I'll consider it. I'll be right back.
He's getting pushed out of the defensive. As the leg check. Re-entering the ring now. Turning the tables. He'll head to the ring.
So Golden, you like the Ghostbusters?
To the outside. This could get wild. He's got the answer for that one. Oh, not a powerbomb onto the apron. Double Russian leg sweep.
There's a lot of classic movies out there that are just amazing. You know, it's like the Blues Brothers. The original Blues Brothers was great.
Well,
The sequel, oh, it was. It was definitely a perfect movie. The sequel wasn't quite as good, but I still loved it.
yeah, it was good. It was not the first movie good, but it was still good.
Thing is do you know the connection to Ghostbusters?
Beyond Aykroyd?
He's taking us to the floor now.
Well, you know what? It's Belushi.
He's turning the tables.
Jim Belushi is in Ghostbusters, and nobody knows it because he doesn't appear. He doesn't actually appear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No. Mannerisms. When he wrote the script, Aykroyd had Belushi in mind for one of the roles.
Let's take another look
Belushi
at what
passed
made that
away.
matchup so memorable.
So he made Slimer. And one of the key things where you can see it. Have you ever watched Animal House?
Yeah.
Okay. Now watch Ghostbusters when they first run into Slimer at the hotel. And watch the cafeteria scene in Animal House. It's Belushi.
Very strong performance here from tonight's winner. This match is why his name is mentioned when superstars
But he
get
did
asked
that
about
in honor
dream
of
matches. Just an
Belushi. He made him a ghost.
performance he had tonight, Corey.
Wow.
Yeah, I can definitely post
And I
the
knew
pictures
someone
in
was gonna
Discord.
take
Holy
If
crap.
I just
I
remember
knew it.
old grandma who does not
I'll tell you, I never put anything in.
Son of a bitch! I can't leave for 2 seconds on those bunch of villains. Just so what happened? That was a great match too. I was actually that's why I kept asking Froggy to repeat himself. There, I was actually caught up several times just watching. The action was tremendous. But I mean, what? Because when I left, it looked like everybody was just going to battle, and then I come back and it's over.
Yep.
Like, what happened? What? Obviously, Jay Simmons won. How did he win? Who did he beat?
I missed it.
Wow. The Archerverse broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. I step away from the broadcast, and nobody knows what's going on the show. Welcome
That's
in.
Joe Link's job.
That's true. That's true. Joe Link, how dare you? Who did he beat? How did he win? Give us the information we seek, sir. You vile creature.
Our job is to keep people entertained. Joe Link's job is to know what's going on.
Fair. That is fair. All right, next match of the night. It is the Outsiders taking on the Wolfpack. From Starrcade, of course, it is the Omega Marshall Omega and War the Machine. Well, at least we know War's going to be in the proper match tonight. You know? Although Archer pulled a War the other night, I think Archer's been spending too much time with the Wolfpack. I mean, what the hell was that all about the other night? What was? I mean, he was not booked. He was not supposed to even be in the building, much less be in a match. But anyways, I guess War isn't the only one that can insert himself and talk about pulling the power card. I mean, what the hell? But anyways, what do you guys think? I know what Glenola thinks. Golden Gamer and Froggy, what do you think? The Outsiders, Scott Hall and Big Sexy, or the Wolfpack?
Gotta go with the Wolfpack.
You're going with the Wolfpack? All right. Go, Froggy?
I mean, Wolfpack all day, and I'm not just saying that because my client is a part of said pack.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. Fair enough. All right, so...
With standing C4 onto Damien, and then got a pin.
I mean, normally I would just bet against y'all for the sake of betting against y'all and go with the Outsiders here, but the Wolfpack have had a bit of a lately, and I know they're not exactly pleased with the way things have been going, so I expect a very focused and, well, I mean, they're always angry, but I expect a very focused and vicious Wolfpack. That's what I expect. So I think the Wolfpack wins.
Ward just got showed up by his nephew. I think he's in.
He did. He sure did. All right, well, let's find out who's going to win. We're going to find out. It is the Outsiders versus the Wolfpack.
Gotta remember, though, his big brother knocked him out once before that.
Well, that's true. That was the whole thing.
It is a constant family battle in the squared circle. I mean, how they coexist, we'll never know.
The following contest is scheduled for one.
All right, but anyways,
on the way to the
does anybody have a list tonight? I mean, I have one.
Do I have a list?
Well, I didn't say Glenola, you have one, to be fair. We know you have 50
You said, does
billion.
anybody?
Okay, fair. Fair, I chose the wrong words. Froggy and Golden Gamer, do you have a list tonight? We know Glenola has 50 billion. Probably has the list you're going to choose, by the way.
That's only happened once.
Yeah. That we know of, anyways. Eventually we'll be going through your briefcase full of lists and we'll find, oh, we just did that with the other night. Never mind, we'll scrap that one.
Oh, I still can't believe that. Boss. He finally has a list ready to go, and I read it.
Yeah. You shat all over that. But anyways, sorry, Golden Gamer, what did you say? Just Golden Gamer talking. Okay, so you don't have a list then. Okay, so you got to come prepared to the show, sir. You know, you don't just get to sit up here and have popcorn with a Coke and a smile, and that's not the way it works. How dare you show up unprepared? Should we call him Boss Jr.?
Nah.
Not yet. We'll give him another chance.
But did you remember to bring the nice cuddle tube for Archer?
The cuddle tube?
Yeah.
Can we explain the cuddle tube, please?
That long, stringy thing that likes to wrap around and cuddle Archer?
No, that is not a cuddle tube. That is a ghastly serpent from hell. Okay? Not a cuddle tube. Whatever a cuddle tube is, that is not it. Is what I'm saying here.
Well, let's see. Wolfman's been carrying one to the ring in a sack.
Well, here comes War of the Machine. Shit just got real and is about to hit the fan.
You know, I've got a list.
Do you?
But I don't like it.
You don't like it. Glenola? I guess you're up, Glenola. I'm saving mine for last, but I will tell you what my list is, though, because I think it's going to be a fun list to do, actually, at some point. So what it is, and it's from the Sportster.com, it says the 13 best WWE theme songs according to Ranker.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so that's the one I'll be doing later.
Okay. Well, this one's from GiveMeSport.com.
GiveMeSport.com.
This is the 15 best WWE factions ever ranked.
Woo!
By Louis Danger? Or
Always
Dangler? I don't know.
I always like faction and tag lists because they're always so different. It's not like top 25 lists and top 15 lists, superstar. They're always the same, give or take the order. Tag team lists and faction lists are always so diverse. It's interesting. So I'm intrigued.
This was June 2nd, 2022. So, now this is ranked, so Archer's going to love that.
I do love that word. It is my fave.
Number 15 is The New Day. You know, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Big E.
The Machine. Not since John Cena have we seen a superstar as resilient and perseverant as this one
They're
right
formed
here.
in 2014. All three are incredibly charismatic.
Never give up, but you two
And
never
certainly
give up
no slouches in the ring. With no sign of breaking up anytime soon, they could still rise higher in the next few years.
Well, and of course they'll have their big 10-year celebration next year too, right? So you know they won't be breaking up anytime soon anyways. There's no way they're going to pass up an opportunity to sell merchandise because the New Day sells a lot of merch.
Oh, definitely.
So imagine the merch those guys are going to sell for their 10th anniversary as a faction. Uh-huh.
10-year
betcha.
videos.
10-year Bootios, yeah. Well, you're not wrong.
All right, number 14 is the Bullet Club. For members, just as too many to name. Seriously, there's been nearly 50. The group translated into the mainstream in the U.S., which, considering it was a New Japan act, is pretty impressive.
Sure, that's impressive, actually.
Yeah. Being top stars left for WWE or AEW, the group has now felt. Here we go. It's already starting, Archer. Since many of its aforementioned top stars left for WWE or AEW, the group has now felt the same sense.
Alrighty then. I mean, I don't know what the fuck you just said, but I heard wah, 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 wah.
We love when they edit things like that.
Seriously, who edits some of these pages? Like, you read articles, and that's the first thing I think is, who the fuck edited this? And you're stuck tongue-twisted trying to read what they're saying. People are probably thinking, man, that guy can't read.
Yeah.
But
wasn't that one night that I had to quit like the third one in because you couldn't read it?
yeah, it was. I remember that. I don't remember the site, but that we've never even considered sourcing them again. It was awful. It was like a 5-year-old created a website and started talking about wrestling. But
I don't know. I think a 5-year-old probably could have written it better.
fair point. Jesus Christ. Marshall Omega flew right across that ring with that flying forearm. He was airborne. Did you get a cape?
It might have been life. I'm not sure. I'd have to look again. No, actually, no. Wait a minute. You've never used that guy since.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
His head just has. Conway just has his head up his ass.
Yeah. Somebody's ass, anyways. It might be his own, you know.
But number 13 on this list is the Nation of Domination.
The Nation of Domination.
Yeah. Ahmed Johnson, The Rock, Mark Henry, Farouk, Kama Mustafa, and D'Lo Brown.
That was such a... You know what? I don't think people of the time even appreciated how grand that faction was. And you look back and you look at the people who were in it and go, wow. You know? Mm-hmm. They could have done so much more.
Probably had the at least career.
Yeah, that's too bad too.
You know, but you know, D'Lo. I'm not a huge fan of D'Lo Brown.
I can scroll up and read it, Life. Hold on here.
Buckle up, this is gonna hurt.
All right, so here it is. So my grandma started that after I kissed the concrete and basically scraped off half my face. I went down a hill on my bike, one of those that still had push brakes. Rather than the hand brakes, my brakes were spinning through, so I ended up going really, really fast, and suddenly my bike just stopped. At the bottom of the hill, I was flipping, my bike was flipping, I landed on the ground completely discombobulated, and had enough time to look up and see my bike coming down on my head, covered my head, and saw a puddle of blood below my face. Picked up my bike and walked around the corner to my grandmother's house. I still had to sleep over that night. Yeah, I can definitely post the picture in Discord if you want. Just remember, all Grandma had was napkins and medical tape with some peroxide. Oh, that sounds like a party. I mean, we all want to do that.
Yeah, but that sucks. Life. At least you're okay now.
Yeah, or at least somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you do hang at the Archiverse consistently. You can't be that right in the head.
Number 12 on this list is the Bloodline.
The Bloodline. You know what? I used to try to figure out a way to argue that, but I just can't now.
He's struggling a bit here. Yeah, they stuck
You know,
this match, but it wouldn't hurt
really?
to tag
I mean,
and he's coming in hot.
if you were to look at the best factions of all time, the Bloodline still really wouldn't even breach the top 10. But they're not far off. They're not far off. And even if the Bloodline was to split up, the continued legacy of the Usos and Roman Reigns will simply further solidify how good the Bloodline was at one time. So therefore, we'll look back and go, man, look what they did. And it's not like these guys were just around and had belts put on them because that's who the boss liked at the time. I mean, these guys put on clinics in the ring each and every time they step foot inside the squared circle. So, I mean, people can, even if some people are upset about their position, they deserve it. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, they deserve it. Roman Reigns deserves to be where he is. The Usos deserve to be where they are. I don't know who or how you could possibly argue that, but
Uh-oh, we have someone coming in.
I saw that, but I don't see anybody. Oh!
What are they going to do here?
To be fair, it sounded like Coalition music.
Oh. Oh, is Archer starting some shit again?
I don't know what's going on, but apparently he was helping out War of the Machine. I mean, he does have, the Coalition do have a long-standing rivalry with the Outsiders, so it's more likely he was there to throw off the Outsiders than the Wolfpack.
Such disdain from this superstar for the This is so chaotic.
Number 11 is the Ministry of Darkness.
Love the Ministry of Darkness.
I did too.
Yeah.
Undertaker, Paul Bearer, Gangrel, Christian, Edge, Bradshaw, Farouk, Midian, and Viscera. Midian's the weak link.
Midian was the weak link. You're not friggin' wrong. And although he was amusing, he wasn't even a good wrestler. You know what I mean? It's like, what? I remember even then thinking, how did this guy get a job? He was just sort of a presence. You know, he wasn't really all that entertaining. He was kind of amusing, because he was the one that was made look like the idiot. So there was that, I guess, comic relief amusement. But other than that, Midian never did anything for me, personally.
Now, number 10, I don't think belongs on the list personally. The Shield. They are. I don't think they're top 15.
No, they're not.
I'm not even sure I'd put them in the top 20.
They weren't even a faction long enough to be considered one of the best factions of all time.
Yeah, they brought them in just to break them up as quick as they could.
Pretty much. You know, it was, yeah. That pretty much says it all, actually.
Okay. WWE did one of the hardest things in wrestling in 2012, making a debuting group of 3 relatively unknown wrestlers feel like the biggest deal. Fast forward 10 years, Roman Reigns is the biggest star in wrestling, and both Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, aren't far behind. The group was an undeniable success and were responsible for some of the best segments and matches of the last 10 years.
For me, that was a weird statement because at what point in Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley's career, even to this date, has he been comparable to Rollins or Reigns? I'm sorry, he's just not. What has he done? Rollins and Reigns have been in clinics. They've been in, like, top-notch main event scenes. Jon Moxley has, well, barely been around, actually, for the most part.
You know, I had to read that just because, yeah, I knew you'd have an opinion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it always comes off like I don't like the guys. I actually think he's a pretty good mid-carder, but that's it. He's a mid-card guy. I don't see him as a world champion.
And, you know, I'll tell you how some people may think we're down on mid-carders.
No, not at all.
I think Archer and I have 2 of our favorite wrestlers. That's all they ever were mid-carders.
Sure, and some of the best wrestlers of all time were great
Ernest the
mid-carders.
Cat Miller and Norman Smiley never made it real big main eventers.
Well, they weren't even mid-carders. Those guys were show opener. You know what I mean? Like, they were guys put in there to do a job, and that was it.
But they were awesome.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. You know,
Al Snow's another mid-carder.
So Norman Smiley was so good. Well, first of all, he still trains wrestlers to this day, but if there was a 205 Live or a Cruiserweight title at the time, Norman Smiley would have been champion. You know, but that just wouldn't have been... Nobody was interested in seeing smaller guys wrestle back then, so... Unfortunately.
And I honestly think he enjoyed... help being the one that helped behind creating that next big thing.
Yeah.
He wanted to be that guy that, you know, let me help you achieve.
Yeah.
But number 9 is the Corporation. Yeah. Vince, The Rock, Big Boss Man, Ken Shamrock, Pat Patterson, Joe Briscoe, Shawn Michaels, Test, Kane, Chyna, Big Show, and Triple H.
It definitely made for some compelling TV. I don't know if I would put them on any list of great factions or not, but I don't know. Froggy?
They are one of the most talked about factions, almost to the extent where they are kind of inherently overrated, because they're like the sketches of these people that have done so much since then. And even if you're not a big fan of Moxley, I mean, he went to New Japan, he went all over the place, he's had gold in AEW, even if...
I actually don't have a huge problem with Moxley. I just get annoyed when people are constantly trying to sell me on like he's one of the best in the world. They're like, sorry, he's just not. He's just not. Like, what is your definition of best in the world? Because some of the wrestlers I've seen over my time, and even the wrestlers there's wrestlers today that are just simply better than Jon Moxley. But I don't know.
And he fucked over Jennifer Wolf. Fuck that guy.
he fucked over Jennifer Wolf. He got fucked up by the Wolfpack, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. That was a beating.
That was Omega's intro into the Wolfpack. The Ken Moxley and everyone.
And that he did. That he definitely did.
So, number 8, we got Evolution. I think they're misplaced on this list.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it depends who else is on the list, I guess, but probably you're probably right about that.
Number 7, we got the Dangerous Alliance. Against us, too many to name. There were about 30 of them.
Yeah.
But it started in AWA, did some work in ECW, and then into WCW.
These two do it so well together. Dodges the attack just a smidge quicker.
Number 6, we got the Heenan family.
Ooh, the Heenan family.
There's a tag. This could be it.
In the 80s and early 90s, the group was one of the most dominant in WWE, and for some reason, that's been forgotten by fans.
They're against some of the toughest shots in the business. This one might take a while.
But again, under members, there's too many to name.
Yeah, way too many. I mean, it's not like it. I don't know. I'm surprised they're on the list at all.
Only because they're forgotten. Honestly, as a faction, Andre, I think Arn Anderson was part of it at one point, but I'm not positive. And you got, Bobby the Brain Heenan, one of the greatest heel anythings.
And it was made up of people from different promotions too, from different territories. So it was impressive, but I'm surprised they're on the list just simply because you never hear about them.
Yeah, they're AWA, GCW, and WWE.
Yep. And probably
lasted just shy a decade.
Yeah. Probably inadvertently NWA too in there, but
number 5 definitely belongs on the list. Just from the contributions they made to tag team wrestling. The Fabulous Freebirds.
Love the Fabulous Freebirds. They were always one of the most entertaining tag teams.
The Freebirds changed the game for factions and were one of the first of their kind, which not many people in wrestling can say. They created the Freebird rule, and as such, their influence on the wrestling industry is clear for all to see.
It can't be understated how much
that was fucking awesome. Scott Hall went to clothesline Marshall Omega. Marshall Omega bent over to pull Kevin Nash to the center of the ring, and he completely missed.
And there we go.
And there we go. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, the Wolfpack, Marshall Omega from Team Night the Undying, and of course War the Machine from Team Glenola. The leaders of the Wolfpack are they. Congratulations to the Wolfpack and of course Team Glenola. Well, that was crazy.
Congratulations to
you know what?
Team Night the Undying.
I mean, I don't know how much of the match you watched, but I'll tell you, the Outsiders gave them a run for their money.
Oh, definitely.
Didn't quite expect that. The Wolfpack are your victors. All right, on to the next match of the night. And here we go. This is an 8-man tag to brag elimination matchup. It is the Bloodline. We were just talking about the Bloodline. And of course, they are taking on the Coalition. We got Nick Aldis, the one Elijah Archer, Rock Roberts, and of course, Carlos Hawkins. Ready for battle. Who do you guys think is walking out with the W in this one? And again, it is a tag to brag elimination matchup. Bloodline and the Coalition. Who do you guys think walks out the winners?
I'm going to go with the Coalition on this one.
You go with the Coalition on this one?
Yep.
Golden Gamer? Did we lose Golden Gamer?
Oh,
Oh, there he is. You were on mute. You pulled a Glenola. Good for you. Welcome to the Fam Jam.
I was in the Coalition.
Now you're thinking like us. All right. But anyways, yeah, do you think the Bloodline or the Coalition? What do you think?
Coalition.
Coalition?
Yep.
What about anybody in the chat room?
Coalition will win.
Joling says the Coalition will win. And Froggy is on a hiatus at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see what he decides. But while we're waiting for Froggy to return and answer the question of questions, the Bloodline or the Coalition, let's get the show on the go. Here we go. It is showtime and go time. All right. What was I talking about? Oh, nothing. Sorry, Glenola. Your list. Now he's choking on a pretzel. See, that's what happens when you eat during a broadcast, sir.
Cheetos.
Oh, sorry, it was a Cheeto. You choked on a Cheeto.
Okay.
The following
Now, the top
is
four,
an 8-man tag team
I will agree
Introducing first,
that they belong. I'm just not sure about the order.
6 pounds.
Number 4 is the Horsemen.
A group of
Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Flair, Ole Anderson.
even greater than the sum of their parts.
Of course,
Well,
then you
see,
can add
there's
in
the thing, is in my
Chris
opinion...
Benoit. You can add in, Mongo McMichaels.
I mean, is there a better faction than the Four Horsemen?
Like I said, the positioning is arguable on the top 4.
I just personally don't think there's been a more influential faction on pro wrestling than the Four Horsemen. I believe that. But some people, some people would say the NWO, but the NWO, they didn't reinvent the wheel. They just rewrote history and added some fuel to the fire. You know, they were influenced by
but they definitely threw it a long ways ahead.
They did, but they simply, I mean, they were inspired by Arn Anderson and Ric Flair and all those people. So I mean,
I'm not arguing with you.
No, I know.
I agree with you. Number 3 is DX. Oh, yeah, they were a great faction. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Chyna.
I'm just catching up on the chat here. Going back a little ways, Sir Jack said, I just like being able to see more of the people you don't get to see as often, being able to display their talents and everything, so I find YTD and the Battle Royal good for that. Absolutely. Life had said, I've come to realize that other wrestling shows, it seems really hard to get into the storylines. There's no interest. Everyone just wants their wrestler in. I know. And they're so worried about getting to that next match so they can have extra channel points so that they can buy attribute points and attire, all that stuff. That's why I don't focus on any of that. But anyways, we're not going to get into that. It doesn't matter. I mean, for some people, that kind of thing works, right? It doesn't interest me, and that's okay, right? It's okay that it doesn't interest you guys. But
at a combined weight of 1,065 pounds, the Coalition, the WWE Universe.
Froggy said you have a solid point, Life. Life said, yeah, Froggy, I haven't been able to get into many other wrestling communities for that reason. If the chat isn't asking about their wrestlers joining, it's usually you aren't a real fan because, there's a lot of toxicity in wrestling communities. It's crazy. I don't understand it. It's absolute insanity. Nice, yeah.
That's the one thing. I joke about it, with the Wolfman, but and here losing is just as good.
Yo, Honeybee! What's going on, Honeybee? Welcome into episode number 439, Honeybee. YTD Academy,
Honeybee.
episode 12. Of course, Honeybee in action later tonight, defending her YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling Championship.
Well, he's been itching to prove he's the better superstar, and now's
Just
his
one
chance,
more
guys.
exciting match on the eve.
Come out of the gates hot. Like you said, Michael.
Can you believe we are what? What is this, our third match or fourth match?
Oh, I think it's the third.
Is this the third match? So we're already three matches in.
We got the let's see, there was the Wolfpack versus Outsiders.
Yeah, that was matches just happened, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
there
before
was
that, it was the
Soul Man and
yeah. So yeah, this is match 3, but still, we're already 3 matches in. Was my point? Was my main point?
yeah.
Been heavy hitters for all of them.
The Bushwhackers.
Here we are, folks. Elimination tag team
Sweet. I love the Bushwhackers.
Whether it's all members or just one will be declared the winner in this contest.
Never had the titles.
Elimination tag team rules means that this will eventually become a handicap match in some form.
They were from New Zealand, weren't they?
Definitely do not want to
I
be
think
placed
so.
in that dilemma.
Yeah.
Goodness.
No, so number 3, like I said, was DX, and then number 2 is the NWO.
Yeah.
Tags him in.
So, can anybody guess who number 1 is?
Reigns turns that around. And just
Why
No.
like
DJ?
that, he said crash
I mean,
on the floor.
you've already listed the Horsemen, the Bloodline, the NWO. I mean, at this point, it's got to be is it a New Japan faction?
No.
No? Okay. Legacy.
No Archer, and hell no Froggy.
Hell no, Froggy.
No, number 1 is the Hart Foundation.
But they weren't always a faction, though, is the problem I have with that. They were a faction, but not for as long of a period of time as, say, the NWO or the Horsemen or any of those guys, so I just don't know about that. And I'm a huge Hart Foundation fan. So,
I know you are.
It's a legal requirement, I think.
A match like this can have so many twists and turns. Corey, what will have an impact on this matchup? You need to strike first.
So, that's actually is a pretty solid list.
Anything to the equation. Each competitor responds differently to the rules being thrown out the window. The key is who can stay alert and remain in control.
yeah, I'm just not sure about the whole Hart Foundation thing. I don't know. Like I said, I love the Hart Foundation. I just don't think they would belong on a list of best factions of all time. I mean, I guess depending on criteria, but they weren't a faction that long.
A little busy today. I will be working a little later tonight.
I get the
Okay, awesome.
Well, I think the Four Horsemen should have been number 1, but
There's the save. How close was that? Right to the kidneys from behind. Down he goes.
I actually enjoyed both of those two together. I think they played off each other very well,
And set him up. Oh, knee to the face. That's gonna hurt.
and they have some great storyline.
I mean, I like pretty much anything Booker does.
Tag made.
Well, I mean, if you can take that gimmick and make it work, I mean, he was just mint. You're talking about a guy that was once in jail for armed robbery, turned his life around, became a pro wrestler, and rocked the world. So I've got all the respect in the world for Booker T, and you know, it's nice to see him still using his knowledge for the business, and also training new up-and-coming wrestlers with his own promotion that he has. So, you know, and like I said, anything Booker T ever did was always mint. He was just so good at everything.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up. The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his
Unlikely, because the two of the, Booker T and Goldust were charisma.
Man, you know what? Those guys had some of the funniest segments. Booker, and, oh my God.
Especially after Goldust got electrocuted.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, just over so often, he all of a sudden starts that twitch.
He would have that twitch and stutter.
I didn't even know they tagged together. That's amazing.
Oh yeah. And then there was a fight backstage. Batista and Randy Orton attacked Goldust. Irish whipped him into a power box, and Goldust gets electrocuted. So after that, just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he starts stuttering and twitching like he was getting electrocuted again.
And that went on for months and months. It was hilarious. I mean, he'd be trying to have a serious conversation with somebody about something, and all of a sudden he would just twitch and start screaming like a moron for no reason. It was hilarious. I mean. And well, I don't think he always loved that gimmick so much, but yeah, I think everybody else did, though, is the thing, and that's why he continued to do it. So hats off to Dustin Rhodes for that. Because I think if he had his way, he would have done something different. I would have, you know what? I think they debuted a character called Black Rain in TNA, and I think they should have done that in WWE, but.
Black Rain was an interesting character.
Very interesting.
Much better than Seven.
So much better than Goldust. I mean, I was a fan of what he did with Goldust, but I wasn't a fan of Goldust.
I was a fan of Goldust and what Dustin did with it, and I saw Black Rain as just kind of the other side of the mirror. You know, the Goldust, and you have Black Rain.
I think that's exactly what Black Rain was the dark version of Goldust. You know, so to speak. It was like a cross between Undertaker and Goldust.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You know, he even had the hat. And I did, as far as the Seven character went, that was just weird. I didn't, to this day, I still don't get it.
I would say that's one of the worst characters WCW ever had.
I mean, did you get it? Can you explain Seven to me? No, I mean, I didn't get it.
Honestly, in a way, Seven was supposed to be fear. This is what, at least the way I see it. And, so the whole stalker, looking in at you and all this, playing off of that fear was very poorly written. Rhodes did the best he could.
Yo, Punisher!
With the crowd.
What's going on, Punisher? And by the way, Punisher, if you'd like to join us on the broadcast, feel free to do so, sir.
Hey, Punisher.
I don't know. I thought Seven was pretty cool. You know how they were originally a part of the board, and then they were removed, but they're still board, so they have to give them the crowd.
That's different Seven.
Not that Seven.
I like that Seven.
Come on, Froggy.
I think everybody liked that Seven.
Yeah. 7 of 9.
I did.
But no, we're talking Seven. It was white. It had a white mask, and I mean it was pure white. Black trench coat. Oh, it was bad. And he had a habit of peeking in children's windows.
Oof. Yikes.
Like I said, very poorly written.
I mean, why is it not okay for him to do that, but it's okay for Santa?
Santa has better life.
I mean, he knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Breaks into people's houses. And is it just a coincidence that Santa, if you just change a couple letters, it becomes Satan? I mean, I don't know. He's trying to. He buys people's love with all of these gifts, and then he embezzles cookies. I don't know.
Could it be Satan?
He tricked the world into thinking he has flying reindeer. Reindeer don't even have antlers in the wintertime, although the females do. So are they a herd of completely female reindeer flying? Rudolph is actually a girl. We just rewrote history, folks.
Thanks, Archer. I've got the damn church lady in my head now.
Oh, look at this, raining right hands.
Just for that, I think I might have to look up a Taco Boy list.
There will be no Taco Boy list, sir. We will ban you. I can't ban you. You're a fucking mod. Damn it. Who keeps making these people mods? It's a conspiracy. I don't like it.
Someone with clearly no respect for the channel or the safety of the community.
My children are crying because they heard there is no Santa. Well, we didn't say there's no Santa. We just said that he's actually Satan. You're not listening. He is the devil, kids. He is trying to get you to believe that material items are the only good thing in life, and that you should just give him all of your snacks and delicious beverages in your fridge while he breaks into your home, kisses your mother while your father is sleeping under the mistletoe, and then sneaks back out. I mean, that is ghastly behavior. Anybody else would be jailed. I mean, you're looking at many years in prison for that. I mean, there's mind manipulation there. There is break and enter. There is coveting thy neighbor's wife. I mean, there's a whole lot of wrong going on there, don't you think? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, and Archer, my next list, you gave me the idea for.
Not give you any idea for no Taco Boy list. I just had to say that just in case.
Not for Taco Boy.
All right. I retract what I said then.
Yeah, but I found a list for the 15 worst wrestling theme songs of all time.
Fuck yeah. We should go backwards on that. You do the 15 worst. Wait a minute, 15? How do you get 15 and I only get 13? I want to recount.
So I think this might hurt your brain a little bit, so that's good.
Punisher, are you getting on this broadcast with us? Get your ass on the broadcast booth. How dare you, sir? I think he just left. It's like, fucking, I'm out of here. They're bugging me. I'm going to watch Boss Championship Wrestling. How dare you, Punisher?
This is from therichest.com.
Therichest.com?
Yeah.
All right.
Joshua Lawrence, as published October 5th, 2015.
Couple years old, but that's all.
Yeah, it's
still doing that.
Like I said the other night, our lists don't have to always be current and up to date. I mean, at the end of the day, podcasts also inform you about historical facts. I mean, you know, as long as we're talking about combat sports, professional wrestling, and putting on a good show, entertaining the masses, and having good conversation, it doesn't matter.
Historical fact, Archer just belly flopped and missed solo.
Did we really have to discuss that? What did that have to do with what we were currently discussing, sir? Stirring the pot is all that was about. How dare you?
And, Archer, yeah, you weren't reading chat. He said he was testing games that came in.
Oh, I read that. That was not an excuse. You know, that can be done at any given point. Punisher, we should ban you. The late night place to be, the most must-see show on YouTube TV, the very best in fantasy wrestling actions, bar none, period. You want to play video games like a child with a cotton candy stick up his ass? How dare you? I mean, I don't know why I said cotton candy stick up your ass, but now that I think about it, I mean, depending on
which direction.
right? Punisher says I would love a cotton candy. Oh my God. Oh, good God.
Cotton candy colonic, that's how we do it here.
Right? We're giving you a cotton candy enema, baby. Let's go.
Number 15 on the list. I love the song. And I'm going to read what they have to say about it.
Ola's just going to disagree with this entire list here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, probably. But the Big Show. You know how you now dislike a food because 10 years ago it made you sick, and simply seeing it or smelling it turns your stomach, makes you nauseous? For most wrestling fans, hearing the first few words of Crank It Up is almost enough to induce vomiting. Well, it's the Big Show. Doesn't mean you're about to see a fantastic wrestling match. It means you're going to see a really tall guy with really bad cardio bore you for the next 8 to 10 minutes.
I mean, okay, so when he was still Big Nasty Bastard, when he first came in as Paul White, and when he was the Giant, that dude was agile. It was a fairly decent wrestler for a big guy and moved pretty good in that ring. So I don't know if that was warranted, but I get why people like to poke fun at Big Show. But that dude was a huge guy in there, you know. Still putting his body out there and taking bumps, and I don't know.
I actually enjoyed watching the Big Show in the ring.
It's split down the middle. For some reason with Big Show, it's split down the middle. There's 50% of the people that just don't like Big Show at all, and other 50% love him. So it's...
Yeah.
But I actually liked the TV show he did, too, and then they canceled the damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny. I thought it was funny.
It's hard to...
Sorry?
Oh, a different show, a new one. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the Frank Shameful.
No, he had a show that was loosely based on his family life, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. While you start this list, I'm just going to run and grab a quick beverage, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, number 14, I think we can all agree, yes, it definitely belongs on this list. Dr. Isaac Yankum TDS. Song was appropriately just the sound of a dentist drill with some limited instrumental. See in the background, likely to mock the elevator music heard in most doctors' offices.
Well, you know, if there was only the sound of a drill, it would still be an instrumental.
Yeah, but a dentist drill is enough to say, well... That sucks.
You're not having any fun today.
Stomping away. Enough already. Kick to the gut.
But number 13 is William Regal. As with the song "A Man's Man."
And now he's giving you all another chance to simply take it all in. Fresh man in. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
Here we go. Reigns had that scouted. Super punch. Saw that.
His theme
For the whole broadcast table, and he just thought, oh, I didn't bring any of this vodka in. So yeah, okay, all right, never mind.
Caught square by the haymaker.
All right. His theme begins with a steam whistle, the kind of signal at the end of the day at work in Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen videos, and it's all downhill from there. In a direct rip-off of the melody and cadence of the TV's theme song Rawhide, the lyrics are just, he's a man, he's a man's man, he's a real man, he's a real man's man. I'm not going to sing it, probably. But
Thank you.
I probably could if I put my mind to it, but looking like little more than the construction worker from the Village People, Regal dropped the man's man gimmick not long after it began.
Tossed around.
Number 12 is another one I disagree with strongly.
Man, right across the chest.
Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, right.
They're saying the American Dream theme song sucks.
Got it scouted. Put into place. Set him up.
But,
Sweep.
yeah, I just...
With the tag is Jay
Let's see.
Uso.
The content of the song reflected many of his best remembered NWA promos and invoked his longtime nickname, the American Dream, over and over. But that was the end of the comparisons between NWA Dusty and WWE Dusty. Number 11 is another one I actually enjoyed. Funaki. The theme was Kung Fu Naki.
You can't take any more. This must be over.
I enjoyed his music.
Well, if you leave now,
That's fair. I think I only know Funaki as a commentator, really.
Yeah, he was a pretty good singles competitor, at least I enjoyed him. And then he was also part of Ty and Kai, which had my all-time favorite match with the APA.
The power, the strength, and
The
now
one
just
linked in Discord.
Yes.
and it's right. The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
Oh, let's see. But, yeah, let's see, Ted DiBiase Jr. is the next one.
Does he get him here? Well, thank goodness for the teammate. Just right.
There was a Ted DiBiase Jr.? Yes, and he was even relevant for about 20 minutes in the WWE because of his name. But once it was clear that neither his charisma nor his in-ring ability could hold a candle to his father's, he was quickly relegated to jobber status and retired from the sport. Everything about him was a vanilla version of his father, right down to his theme song, I Come for Money. Sounding like an auto-tuned American Idol audition that didn't make it to the next round. It might have worked for someone who didn't look and act so wholesome when they weren't just being flat out bland. No, I'll be honest, I did not like DiBiase Jr.
Fair.
You know, and if they were going to do it, you know, really play up the, you know, DiBiase, they should have just went ahead and given him his dad's theme song, is what I thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, you come for money, you have wealth because you're progenitor, it makes sense that they're leaning into that.
Yeah. But I think they should have just kept it, you know, kept it using money. You know, so I think that was actually the name of DiBiase's theme song. You know, but it's, you know, everyone's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. You know, they could have really played on it. But unfortunately, he sucked enough that even a bad theme song wasn't gonna do it. You know, good theme song would have helped him.
Damage inflicted. He fights Jay back. Big double axe handle. Turned that one around.
Number 9 is another one I kind of enjoyed. The Red Rooster.
Kick to the gut.
Terry Taylor is an above-average Southern wrestler known as having a good mind in the business for most of the 80s. However, his introduction to the WWE was an all-new low for characters. He was a rooster. Dyed red mohawk and a foul-mocking strut. Taylor was forced to come to the ring with a song featuring a rooster sounding off. Hopefully he was well paid.
This has just been an absolute massacre.
Number 8 is the Goon.
Talk about dismantling your opponent.
The hockey guy.
Yeah, he lasted less than a year.
Taking this match off the mat now.
Let's see.
I just got super kick. He doesn't even know what planet he's on.
Does he ever?
Sorry about that. Took a little longer than anticipated. Apparently, the people at the concession stands don't understand that water is required in the machine to brew the coffee. So that was an ordeal. Sat there for a few moments staring, wondering why there was no coffee leaking into the cup. So yeah.
You can put a man on the moon who can't get coffee to brew
right?
itself.
It is 2023. We can put a man on the moon. We can send little robots to Jupiter, but we cannot make a coffee at a concession stand.
Okay, just to catch you up, Archer, what you've missed.
Okay.
14 was Isaac Yakum DDS, his theme song. Definitely belongs on the list.
Oh, yeah.
13 was William Regal's Man's Man.
Jey Uso was eliminated? Sorry. I just happened to notice. Yeah, it looks like we've had an elimination. I believe that is Jimmy in the ring.
Hello, Shadow XZ.
Yo, Shadows! What's going on, Shadows? Shadows knows that Tony Stone is in action tonight. Yes, he is indeed.
Number 12 on the list, Dusty Rhodes' theme song.
I like Dusty Rhodes' theme song. That is ghastly. That does not belong on the list. I'm sorry.
I'll be honest, I like William Regal's Man's Man.
Well,
Number 11
I don't
is
know.
Funaki with the Kung Fu Naki.
Kung Fu Naki.
Another one, I love that song.
I mean, I don't know. I can't agree with you on that one. I'm sorry. I'm leaving you hanging out to dry with that one. You can, you can have that one.
But then number 10, I agree with, and even a good theme song wouldn't have done him any good. Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just sucked. Actually,
he did. There's no other way to put it. He just wasn't good. He had charisma. He had the look. But he was just terrible. I mean, he wasn't terrible like, David Flair terrible. But,
no. Well, I think this says it beautifully. Sounding like an auto-tuned American Idol audition that didn't make it to the next round. It might have worked for someone who didn't look and act so wholesome when they weren't just being flat-out bland.
Right?
Yeah, there's just nothing really stood out about it.
Especially considering he was supposed to be the $1 Million Man's son. I mean, I don't know.
I think they should have just given him his dad's music. Play off of that a little bit more by letting him use his dad's music.
See, that's the thing, is how much of it was him and how much of it was him being held back. Don't forget the time period he's in and the other people around him that were being pushed and in storylines. Nick Aldis just eliminated Jimmy Uso. It is down to Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and all 4 members of the Coalition.
Oh, damn.
But then, number 9.
Oh, here we go. Archer and Reigns. Uh-oh. Reigns feeling nasty. Sorry, what was that? Say that again?
Red Rooster was number 9.
The Red Rooster. That was, it was terrible theme music. It really was.
And finally, number 8. The Goon.
The Goon. I don't even, you know what? To be fair, I don't remember the Goon's theme music.
I'm guessing it was the Charge theme. Or someone could, you know how you start getting irritated at games when the organist plays the Charge theme a few
Archer
times? That irritation will
just
carry over to this too.
Archer just eliminated Roman Reigns. It is down to Solo Sikoa and all 4 members of the Coalition.
Solo earned his name.
One thing I've noticed, Rock Roberts has really stood out in the Coalition tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice Samoan drop by Solo Sikoa.
He thinks he has it. Okay.
Punishment Gaming is like, did the Goon even have me? I don't know. Apparently. I literally don't remember his theme music.
I think it was the Charge theme, but I want to look it up after we're done. Number 7 on the list is the Big Boss Man, and I like his music.
Hey, what do you mean the Big Boss Man? What is wrong with the Big Boss Man? That was awesome. I mean, when you were a kid, you were secretly, you know, behind everybody's back doing a little jive to that music.
Despite coming out wearing the prison guard uniform, this song sounds more like a reading of the big man's resume. That was the point.
It was the point. That was exactly the point. Why is Archer just going up and down? Well, it's reminiscent of a very bad sexual episode he had recently, and he just thought he'd bring it into the squared circle this evening for a little added entertainment value.
Okay, number 6, we have the Mountie.
Punishment Gaming says this list lost all respect.
I lost respect for the list a while back.
Yeah.
At number 15.
Oh, God. Oh, Nick Aldis just got squashed by Solo Sikoa. Did you see that? Man was airborne.
But yeah, number 6 is the Mountie.
I mean, the Mountie's theme music wasn't supposed to be good. It was supposed to be obnoxious. So that's the problem I have with that one. I can understand why it might be on the list if we're just purely talking about the music aspect of it. But no, that's what that was supposed to be. It was supposed to be obnoxious, right? The Mountie was... I loved the Mountie, I'll be honest. When he became Intercontinental Champion, even though, you know, when you're with your buddies, you had to pretend you were pissed because, you know, the other guy lost. You know, you were secretly like, yes. The Mountie beat his ass.
But he ends his whole thing with, now an argument could be made, this song is so cheesy, especially since it's sung by Rougeau, that it is good. But that's an argument you'd lose.
Yeah. I mean, I think most Canadians love the Mountie, so even though he was supposed to be this obnoxious heel, right? But
now number 5, I can actually agree with. Bastion Booger.
Jesus, yeah.
There's nothing redeeming about Bastion Booger at all.
No. And Bastion Booger, he shouldn't have good theme music anyways.
No. Like
he doesn't deserve it.
Redeeming about him.
No.
Now number 4 fits so perfectly. I can't agree with him on this list. Right to Censor.
Well, I mean, I didn't like their theme music either.
But it wasn't supposed to be liked.
No, that's same as the Mountie. I know, same thing, but I mean, you know, like I said, if we're just purely talking about the music, I get it, but
it was perfect for that group. You know. Number 3 is Jericho. Jericho's Break the Walls Down. Unfortunately, so it starts with the Break the Walls Down, and then unfortunately the other half is mashup was the Big Show's horrible Crank It Up, which is number 15 on this list. Instead of improving the Big Show's theme, all this mess does is drag down Jericho's theme.
That's true. That's very true.
Man, Break the Walls is such a hype song.
It is. That's one of the best theme songs ever.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't personally like the Big Show's theme. You know, number 2 pisses me off. Because it was another perfect song for the character, and it's catchy. Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass. They put the Ass Man at number 2.
How could you put that on the list of worst theme songs? That was great. That was great.
Close it could get without it all being over for him. I've lost count of how many times this match should have ended by now. He's one step ahead there.
Damn. How dare they?
He's in a little bit of trouble now.
Gunn never quite had the charisma or microphone skills to be a singles wrestler. But giving him the gimmick as a person who loves all things ass certainly didn't do the guy any favors. Billy Gunn did not have the charisma or mic skills.
His best body of work was done as part of the Smoking Guns.
Well, you know, he did his best work as a tag, but that's not to say he didn't have the charisma.
Yeah, no, he did.
He was just better as a tag team wrestler.
He was, very much so. They tried to push him as a singles competitor on a few different occasions, and they couldn't do it. That's why he always ended up in a tag team, even when he was part of Billy and Chuck.
Yeah, I think his best work personally was the New Age Outlaws.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. That is all with a perfect, clean sweep of 4-0. The winners of the match, the Coalition, are your victors. Man, what a match. Oh, I mean, for the Coalition, for the most part, but I mean, let's be honest, I mean, that took a long time to even get that first elimination. The Bloodline really put up a fight.
Please wear hard shirt.
Here are your winners. The Coalition.
I feel weird not having to issue a payout and get the next betting line ready and all that stuff that I don't get to do over here at the Shark Tank.
Absolutely, Cole.
And the number one's another one I can actually see being on the list. Akeem.
Akeem. I remember Akeem. I don't know, his music didn't fit him, but...
Well, that's the thing. He came out basically to Slick's music.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, they say, would you want your manager to sing about being a pimp? Wouldn't that just make you a prostitute?
Well, not wrong.
No,
All right, here we go, guys. First championship match of the night. This is for the Junior Wrestling Championship. Of course, the judge still has not decided on a champion to challenge, so he is being forced to defend his Junior Wrestling Championship. And again, the Junior Wrestling Championship is not just defended on Starrcade or Wrestle Wars like the Junior Wrestling Championship. It is brand wide, extending all the way to YTD Academy. So tonight, we've got some YTD Academy superstars getting an opportunity. We've got the returning Ivan Brown in the matchup. We got Mnemonics, Ivan Brown, Damian Dallas. And they are looking to dethrone the judge, and it is a steel cage match. And yes, it is a traditional steel cage matchup. Who do you guys think walks out with the Junior Wrestling Championship? Sound off.
Ooh. Oh, this is a difficult one.
It actually is. You know what? This is a shot in the dark, but I'm going to say the judge finds a way to retain.
I was about to say the same, Archer.
Yeah, I don't know why I think that. I mean, he retained last time, and I thought for...
Have to go with the retaining, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually disagree with y'all.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Protonics.
You go with Mnemonics, okay?
Yeah.
So, Golden Gamer, why were you going with the judge? Just because we led you in that direction, or are you familiar with the judge?
I'm a little familiar, you know.
But not overly. Yeah. Do you know any of the other characters at all? Some. Yeah. So Ivan Brown from Team Disciple of Darkness, he's of course burning. He was usually running with Team Soul Embers in his first run. Him and of course Annabelle. Annabelle just returned herself to the women's division, and then Mnemonics and Damian Dallas are both new up and comers for the YTD Academy. So the judge as well he's just had the greater of success of the three as of this point anyways. So, but I don't know, again, he retained that title in pretty shocking fashion not too long ago, so that's my main reason for choosing the judge. But Damian Dallas has also been impressive lately. He hasn't quite grabbed a hold of that brass ring yet, but I mean, he's on the cusp. So I mean, he could be the dark horse in this one. even though I'm choosing the judge. I'll pull Boss Apollo. I'll say Damian Dallas might be the dark horse in this one. We'll see. Ivan Brown's hungry, but is he hungry enough? We're going to find out. But here we go. Mnemonics, Ivan Brown, Damian Dallas, and the Judge. Junior Wrestling Championship Steel Cage matchup. Let's go. Repo Man was a fun jobber.
I love Repo Man.
I believe that was Smash from Demolition, actually. Yeah.
Introducing the challenger.
Yeah, sure was. I don't know why after a while they just didn't put them back together as a tag team, but at the time Vince was too busy, you know, dismantling the tag team division, so.
It's a big time opportunity, Byron.
All right, so where were we on your list, Glone? Did we get to number one yet?
Yeah, Akeem was the last one.
Akeem was the last one. Okay, so we may as well bounce to my list then, because you went with the worst theme songs of all time. I have, again from the Sportster.com, it is the 13 best WWE theme songs according to Ranker. And it was published by Ishan Sharma. And it's actually a list that was just from July of last year, so fairly recent. So it says a wrestler's theme song helps set the stage for their character to connect with the fans, and according to Ranker, these are the best to come out of WWE. There are several iconic WWE theme songs that every fan knows about. It's the first thing they hear when a wrestler shows up, and it's why a great theme song is important to a wrestler's success. In WWE history, many wrestlers have gotten over because of their entrance music. Fandango is an excellent example of this. He got over solely because of his theme song, and fans started going. Most wrestlers use different theme songs at different stages of their career, but only a few of them really fit the gimmick. The following are some of the best WWE theme songs ever produced, ranked by the readers of Ranker.com. Number 13 on this list is Dean Ambrose. So this is a fairly surprising entry, and I was actually thinking the exact same thing when I first laid eyes on it, so it was funny that they put that in first words of their sentence there. So definitely surprising entry in my opinion. Given the all-time classic entrance themes that have come over the years, but perhaps votes are being put in place due to his Wild Thing entrance in AEW, which is a fantastic song to get the audience ready for his crazy matches. His WWE Retaliation theme did his job of getting a crowd on their feet with an engine sound ringing through the arena before the music would play. It wasn't anything too special, but it became synonymous with Ambrose, so fans were very receptive of it. Number 12 is Daniel Bryan. As Daniel Bryan's WWE theme became iconic as his status grew with the recognizable Richard Wagner Ride of the Valkyries opening, which led to a remix of sorts with Bryan's version of the Flight of the Valkyries. Over time, Bryan's Yes chants would also become just as much part of his entrance as the song was, and the two went hand in hand together as though they were always meant to be.
It's a big time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line.
I mean,
that was a great team.
It was. I was just going to say, I agree with that. And I'm not as... I enjoy Daniel Bryan, but I'm not as big of a Daniel Bryan fan as maybe some people are. Yeah, no, I loved... It was, and I really enjoyed his work with Kane. The Team Hell Yes and the Team Hell No was fantastic. There was a lot of great spots and segments done during that period. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny too. All right, but anyways, number 11 is Mr. McMahon. While Vince McMahon doesn't make a regular appearance on television anymore, most people know what his theme song is. McMahon had used No Chance in Hell by Peter Berserker since 1999 as his entrance music. A lot of wrestlers at some point have gotten different theme songs for their character, but McMahon need for change. He was one of the best heels in WWE history, and No Chance in Hell suited his character. It certainly has an air of authority, which he has over the whole WWE.
Of course, the title is on the line in this one, guys. Don't be surprised.
Another one of my favorites.
Yeah, I've always liked No Chance in Hell too.
But I'd say the opposition is just as good, if not
Number
better.
10 is Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle.
You suck.
Yeah. So Kurt Angle began his WWE career in 1999. Medals by Jim Johnston was his first theme song. While he has used several theme songs in his career, all of them were recycled from the original theme song. In 2006, WWE remixed Angle's theme song and cut out the "You Suck" part from it. When it turned into a babyface, Angle returned to WWE in 2017 and once again used Medals as his theme song. Many fans don't know, but Angle's theme song was used by another WWE wrestler named The Patriot. Did know that.
Undoubtedly, the
Patriot was a pretty good wrestler.
in this company.
Anybody else?
Steel cage match reserved for competitors who can't settle their differences any other way. Surrounding yourself with unforgiving steel, you're really trying to end a rivalry.
Oh, because he used the actual metal from the Olympics?
Ooh, stiff punch.
Well, that just seems strange. I mean, it's not their metal, it belongs to the person that won it.
He's determined to make it to the top of the
Although I guess not necessarily. I mean, they took Lance Armstrong's medals back, didn't they? And trophies and everything he had. So I guess that they can consider that a possession of the Olympic Committee or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird, though, right? Is that not weird? Is it weird? Somebody else look that up. Lawsuit over Kurt Angle's use of medals. Or Froggy, whoever.
I'm on it.
Okay. Alright, so while you're looking that up, I'm going to go with number 9 here is Sting. So it says, although Ranker doesn't explicitly state which Sting theme song is the one that makes it onto this list, any thread is run in both WCW and WWE would make sense as they were equally as effective. His Crow theme song was daunting, and it was the perfect intro for the Sting character at the time. When he joined WWE, his Out of the Shadows song took some inspiration from that, and whilst it was nowhere near the quality of his WCW one, it suited him. It is also one of the themes which would easily strike fear into an opponent.
Now, who's that?
Sting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Olympic Slam.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, in 2K22 it is called the Olympic Slam. That's a little funny. Well, that's what we're looking at now, is lawsuit over Olympics.
Actually, I'm right on it. I had just seen that.
Okay, excellent. You're such a great co-host. Have we told you that lately? Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is from November 1st, 2021. Kurt Angle forced to change finisher's name after Olympic Committee threatened to sue.
That's hilarious. Now, why the hell would they feel the need to sue? Oh, because they called it the Olympic Slam. So what? They coined the term Olympic. The word Olympic is theirs. Well, it's trademarked. So the Olympic Committee has trademarked the word Olympic. Can we look that up too, please? Now I'm really intrigued because that just seems so silly to me, does it not? I mean, am I wrong for thinking that? Does anybody else find that extremely silly?
That's just okay. Angle explain. See, the Olympic Committee that was threatening to sue us if we used the word Olympic because they owned the word.
Wow.
So I had to change the Olympic Slam to the Angle Slam.
They owned the word Olympic.
As a do, it was fun. Right after receiving that order from the Olympic Committee, Michael Cole called it the Olympic Slam as many times as he could in a single shot.
Yeah, I remember that.
First time around, Angle guessed.
Now I know why. I remember
15 times.
Oh yeah, well, at least
that number to 26.
I remember being annoyed by it. Actually, I was thinking, what in the hell? Now I know. Okay. All these years later, that makes perfect sense now. Sorry, what did you say, Golden Gamer? Do you? Oh, I gotta go through my list, right? Sorry, I got how dare you guys distract me from the list? Alright, so number 8 is Rey Mysterio. Everybody loves it when Booyaka 619 hits the arena. One of the best luchadors of all time. What do you mean one of the best? I think he probably is the best at this point. I mean, come on. You know, I mean, I guess... I don't know. I mean, I've seen a great luchadors, so, and I understand why they hold some of them in like Mills Mascaris and so many of the others in such high regard. But when it comes down to the quality of matches, none of them ever had the amount of 4- and 5-star matches that Rey Mysterio did. I'm sorry. Wow, Damian Dallas won the wrestling championship. That is it. That is all. He is now the new junior wrestling champion and can challenge any champion on any brand at any time of his choosing. Congratulations to Damian Dallas.
Here is your winner and new junior wrestling champion, Damian Bad Boy.
Oh, the judge. Well, I mean, so did I, Froggy. I mean, so you're not alone in that venture. We were incorrect in our choosing. Incorrect in our choosing. All right, so Damian Dallas, the new champion. What do you guys think about that?
I'm surprised. I mean, obviously.
Damian Dallas, of course, from Team Resilient. So congratulations to Team Resilient. Could we get a shout-out for Team Resilient, please? All right, and on to the next match of the night. That was a great cage match. I'm not always a fan of the traditional cage match, but that, on rare occasion, it has surprised me. All right, next match of the night is for the YTD Academy Women's Tag Team Wrestling Championship. And look at the Vixen Villains we got in this matchup. We, of course, got the reigning defending YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champions, Kaylee Ray and Dewdrop. They are the Union and, of course, took the titles from the Wolfpack Gals in a shocker match that I think the world is still buzzing about. Tonight, the Fiendish Outlaws, accompanied by Britt Baker DMD, Alexa Bliss, and She-Fiend, a.k.a. Sinister Fiend, are ready to rock and roll and focused on tag team gold, but can they dethrone the two gals that dethroned the Wolfpack gals? That's the question here. That is what you all have to ask yourself. As good as Alexa Bliss and She-Fiend are, I mean, I would have to say that Dewdrop and Katie Ray have been sensational as of late. They beat the Wolfpack gals. That says it all right there.
That is no mean feat.
Right?
If you can beat anyone in the Wolfpack, it's pretty impressive.
That's what I'm saying.
If you can take the power away from the Wolfpack gals, you're badass.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen the Wolfpack girls in action. I mean, like, look at that chemistry and just that work they put in.
They beat the crap out of people that they like. What do you think they're going to do to people that piss them off?
Right?
Look who's here!
All right. So back to my list. So it says one of the best luchadors of all time, Rey Mysterio, has one of the most recognizable theme songs in wrestling history, and he almost always receives a huge pop during his entrance. The master of the 619 has been using a Booyaka 619 since 2006 when he debuted at WrestleMania 22. A lot of fans also love the original version of this song that Ray used from October 2005 to May 2006. Number 7, Randy Macho Man Savage. Randy Savage had only one theme song in his WWE career, Pomp and Circumstance Marches by Sir Edward Elgar. Was voted as the best theme song on Ranker. Savage used it from 1985 until he departed from WWE in November 1994. And look at this, Britt Baker's coming from behind the Fiendish Outlaws. What is this fiendish shit? No pun intended. What is even going on right now? But anyways, so fans might remember that Gorgeous George also used Pomp and Circumstance as his entrance music. Savage also decided to use the same theme song as his idol did, which is, of course, Gorgeous George. But he regretted this decision later in his life. In America, this song is also known as the graduation song. It is, yeah. I think not just in America, actually, to be fair. So, you know, there's that. But number 6, Chris Jericho. Jericho, WWE, 1999. Break the Walls Down by Adam Mornoff was one of the most iconic theme songs in WWE history. Jericho used it as a singles wrestler, and when he created a tag with Big Show, WWE remixed both wrestlers' theme songs to create Crank the Walls Down. Jericho is one of the few wrestlers who has multiple great theme songs in different promotions. While Break the Walls Down was over with fans, most would agree that Judas, Jericho's current entrance music, is far more popular. And actually, to be fair, he gets a bigger pop in wrestling, period, right now than Chris Jericho. When that music cues, not only do fans start cheering and hit their feet, they are singing the song the entire time that he's going out to that ring. Is the Ocho. He is the Ocho.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The whole place.
Yeah.
Every stadium arena you're at, the whole place drops anything they're doing to sing along with that song.
I've never heard a bigger pop in wrestling than that. And you when the first time that it happened, you saw it all over Chris Jericho's face. He was just way overwhelmed. He couldn't believe the reception, and you know. So, and he deserves it. He is a hard worker in that industry.
I'll tell you, Jericho is one of the all-time greatest wrestlers.
Absolutely.
And, you know, people talk about Undertaker, and, you know, I am a huge, huge Undertaker fan.
I try not to compare him to anybody, but
I don't know if even Undertaker contributed more than Jericho has contributed over his career.
Yeah, I don't believe so. But the Undertaker is still the godfather of wrestling, though. Right? He was the law and order in that locker room at one point too. So I mean, he did serve multiple purposes. But I wonder how many times he saved Vince McMahon's ass.
I have no idea.
I'd be willing to bet a lot, because y'all know they all used to go out partying all the time. Right? So, yeah. But anyways, next on the list is Randy Orton, number 5. Since 2008, Randy Orton has used Voices by Rev Theory as his theme song. While most people like his single, Jim Johnston once revealed that Orton hated this theme music, despite it leading him to several years of success, all-time rivalries, and strong matches. Randy's second most popular theme song is Burnin' My Light by Mercy Drive. I actually liked that one, to be fair. Which is used from 2004 until WWE changed it to Voices. Number 4 on the list, the Professor Poindexter. Metalingus by Alter Bridge is undoubtedly one of the most iconic theme songs in wrestling history. Professor Poindexter used Metalingus from November 2004 to March of this year when he and Orton were a team. I didn't know that Poindexter teamed with Orton. That's new information, but
yes.
WWE mixed their theme songs to create a new one. The Professor turned heel this year. How did they know that? How did they even know that? But anyways, and since then, he's been using The Other Side by Alter Bridge. Metalingus was way too popular among wrestling fans, and WWE probably changed it so that the fans can finally boo him when he enters the ring. And when did he wrestle for the lesser-rated promotion anyways? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know right now. Froggy, you got some explaining to do here. I don't know what's happening right now. Golo, are you hearing all this?
I'm hearing it.
I think maybe you might have to reprimand him, I think, in the Wolfpack. There's some shady shit going on here.
Poindexter has a very, very active social life. It's hard to distinguish between when he's out, say, socializing, when he's out, when he's working out, when he's grading papers. At his office. You know, I can't keep track of him at all times, unfortunately. As much as I might try to keep tabs on the guy, and they're just, you know, they're just some weekends where I don't get a hold of him, and I don't know what he's up to.
So in case anybody's wondering, number 4 was Edge. Alright.
Now, I do have to jump in real quick with Orton. I love the song.
Which one?
Voices. I love Voices.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
However, I don't think it should rank as high as it does over, you know, like Circumstance with, you know,
that song hit the top of the charts because of WWE, and people really did like that song. But
oh yeah, I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. You know, maybe it's because I was not a big Orton fan.
Were you not? I mean, I wasn't in the beginning. The beginning, I wasn't an Orton fan. I mean, but no, I like
nothing away from it. You know, but in the beginning, especially, it turned me off when he did that whole the updates about his shoulder.
Yeah.
The way that was being done, it rubbed me the wrong way, and I can't explain why.
But as far as the theme music goes, I really liked Burnin' My Light. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. I mean, they wasted no time at all putting the Union away. Winners of the match and new YTD Academy Women's Tag Team Wrestling Champions, representing Team Joe Link and the Outlaws. They are the Fiendish Outlaws, Alexa Bliss and Sinister Fiend, a.k.a. the She-Fiend, are your new champions. Wow. All right. I did not expect that match to end that quickly. That was really pretty much a one-sided affair, that one. I'll be honest. All right, number 3.
Sinister.
Hey, Archer. There is
Yes.
an actual wrestler named Professor Poindexter.
What?
I can't
We're
find a
suing
lot of
immediately. Drop the papers. Froggy, get on top of it right now.
I'm on WrestlingData.com. And let's see, it's talking about 2003 Sacramento. And let's see, does it say what? SPW. First match was a four-way match. Wicked defeated Apollo Khan and Malachi and Professor Poindexter.
For 6 years left.
He didn't have a great start to his career. Professor.
My God!
He had some trouble getting in his business. There were some hiccups early on with the Blue Stock and some other places. But
Wow. All
Okay.
right.
Professor Poindexter administers the wedgie.
Administers a wedgie.
Payback for years and years of bullying in high school, and he now gets to inflict it on others.
All right. Let's move on to the next match of the night, shall we? Congratulations to Team Joe Link and, of course, the Fiendish Outlaws. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Honeybee in action from Team Honeybee Wrestling. Coming from the Doghouse from Team Dogface. YTD Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Championship on the line. It is the 9th Wonder of the World, China. Of course, one half of Hardcore Country challenging Honeybee for the championship. Who do you guys think walks out the champ? Can Honeybee retain once again, or does the 9th Wonder of the World take home a little bling bling? What do you guys think?
I don't know, man. It's China.
Yeah,
It's China.
You got the 9th Wonder of the World, but then you got Honeybee, who's been really dominant.
Honeybee's back. Nice timing, Honeybee. Honeybee, just so you know, they're all deciding whether or not they think that Honeybee is worthy of a victory here tonight. I mean, I for one, along with Joe Link, we right away were like, "Oh, Honeybee's going to be the victor. She's sensational, amazing, fantastic, awesome." These guys debating whether or not you're worthy. I apologize for their actions, for their mannerisms.
I'm just saying Honeybee retains.
Oh, sure, backpedal now that Honeybee comes into the... Joe Link, do you hear this? It is craziness up in this broadcast booth right now. Honeybee walks in. Suddenly, they're fans of Honeybee. Wow. Okay, but anyways...
The tournament matches on my YouTube channel. Honeybee won my top.
It looks like we're all on Team Honeybee tonight, so let's find out. Can she defeat the 9th Wonder of the World? It is showtime and go time, so we'll find out right now. And I shall get back to the list. All right, number 3, Triple H. Sung by the legendary Motorhead, the game encapsulates everything about Triple H with it fitting him perfectly. When the first note hits, the crowd erupts, with it getting anyone and everyone pumped up for a match, even if Triple H wasn't the most popular star at the time. When songs are personally made for wrestlers, it is always a good thing, especially when it's an artist like Motorhead. It makes the entrance feel grander and more unique, with music being a big part of Triple H's overall presentation, which allowed him to become such a huge star.
I agree.
Yeah.
I personally prefer King of Kings.
Yeah, me too.
But the game is still iconic.
Yep. They're both good. They're both good, and they both fit him very well. Both fit him very well. All right, so number 2 on the list, Elijah Archer. So Elijah Archer has had several great theme songs in his career. When he first made his debut, he was, of course, known as simply Elijah. At the time, Destiny was his theme song. Most fans don't remember this because it was very basic, and of course Archer wasn't famous among fans at the time. In 1998, Archer started using "Do You Smell What Archer Is Cooking" theme. And
Birmingham, England. She's the internet.
Nobody wants to smell what Archer's cooking.
Oh, good God. Since his 2011 return, Archer has used "Electrifying" as his entrance music. It has more instruments than his other themes and an electric guitar part that really makes it sound electrifying. I'm sure you can all guess that that was supposed to be for The Rock.
No, I gotta say, can you smell? That should have been Rikishi's theme.
Kind of. Yeah. All right, number one. Can anybody guess the number one
Undertaker's theme.
greatest theme music of all time, according to, well, this article?
Stone
I'm
Cold.
going with Undertaker.
All right, Froggy says Stone Cold. What about you?
The champion thrives in these situations.
I'm going with Undertaker, and it's the one,
Tested.
he's here. And then it starts into the dark music.
I love that one,
Yeah, the dirt.
actually. But no, the answer to the number one best theme song of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Here we go.
It says
Which is great one day.
it is.
So at the same time, you know, where's HBK's song? Yeah.
I did wonder that myself, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says Stone Cold Steve Austin returned to the ring after 19 years to have a match against Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38. He received the loudest pops from fans on both nights of WrestleMania. Everyone went crazy when they heard the glass shatter, and it tells how much fans love Austin and his theme music. His theme draws the biggest reaction on any given show. And that's literally all they wrote about Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's ghastly.
No, I love the song, but there's so many. You know, it's hard to really narrow it down on some of these.
Yeah.
You know, like the NWO's version of Voodoo Child.
Yes. Good song,
You
yep.
know, that was great.
It was.
Of course, in WCW.
You know what? Yeah, why the hell isn't that
WCW?
one on the list, actually? Or even, for that matter, Real American. Why isn't that on the list?
Oh, that's. I want to be
Ric
your hero.
Flair's 2001 Odyssey. I mean, the list goes on.
Hero?
But
I can't remember now, but the one where it actually says "I want to be your hero." I think it was Express.
oh yeah, I don't know if he actually utilized that or if that was only when they were cutting like vignettes and stuff.
Yeah, you know the song
I
I'm
can't
talking
remember.
about.
Yeah,
It
I
was
do.
on
Yeah, I do.
Anthology.
Yep. They played it during like when he was on that Lex Express bus tour and stuff.
And, yeah, that's a beautiful song. But yeah, you know, Sexy Boy is not on the list.
Oh, Glenola's upset, Froggy, that Sexy Boy isn't on the list. He's a fan of sexy boys.
Yo, China's theme song.
China's theme song was pretty badass, wasn't it? Let's be honest. It really kind of was. I blame Golden Gamer, to be fair. You know what I'm curious about, though? Because we can sit and pick apart this all night long. You know what I'm curious about? You got, I mean, Froggy, Glenola, you must be equally as curious. Honestly. I mean, Golden Gamer. Your first ever appearance on the Archivers TV. What is your list, sir? Sorry, it's the top 10 worst gimmicks. Okay. Well, we're starting off well anyways, at least. Because I thought that was an absolutely ghastly character. I hated it. I thought to myself at the time, like, who believes this shit? I don't know. I just hit. You know what? Part of the problem is it was just presented terrible. It was a terrible presentation, right? If they had done it a little differently, maybe. And maybe if we already hadn't seen the Patriot in the ring not too long prior to that. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, I could go on all night. Go ahead. Granola and Froggy, how dare you let me talk during his list? Ghastly.
She is in deep trouble. She needs to find a way out.
She's desperately doing so, and successful.
Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just carried like a rag doll here.
Worst finish. Spinning with no power.
Oh, God, that hurt. Right in the mouth. Relentless. Enough already.
Ashton Booger, baby.
One of the worst ever.
You know, there was absolutely nothing about that gimmick I liked. I don't know. There were some people that really loved it. There really was. He had his following, but I was not one of the followees.
She's back in under the ropes. And this match will head back to the ring.
Oh my God! She avoids the contact.
What is the picture of?
Champion away, and that's being proven right now.
More like the champions proving that sooner perish than lose their title. A big opportunity falling through their fingers. You've got to continue fighting and hope your next big move is the last one. Right?
Indeed.
It's locked in now.
.com for all those looking for work.
It's over. She couldn't hang on.
Ow! Did that ever come out of nowhere? Honeybee with a very impressive defense. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match by submission and still YTD Grand Prix Wrestling Champion from Team Honeybee Wrestling. It is the Diamond B. Jackson, a.k.a. Honeybee, baby, is still your champion. Congratulations, Honeybee. That was impressive. It started back and forth, but China kind of took over the match there for a little while and was really pounding Honeybee into the mat. Then Honeybee, resilient, full of heart, will to retain that championship, made a comeback of her own. But that submission, that came out of nowhere. Tapped her out. Whammo. Match done. Done like dinner is the 9th wonder of the world. So still your reigning defending champion, Honeybee, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations again, Honeybee Wrestling. Fantastic.
Congratulations.
All right, folks, now we are on to the championship rounds. I know that doesn't mean a whole lot yet here at the Shark Tank, but it is still something that does exist, so you may as well continue to keep it in the mindset, because eventually we will have different tools at our disposal. Betting lines will exist once again. The world will be right amongst the wrestling gods, and Froggy will stop doing this. See, I knew he was going to do that.
Impossible.
I just had a feeling. Had to call you in on it. But anyways, first match of the championship rounds. Next match of the evening is for the Legends Wrestling Championship. And look at this villainy. We got, first of all, should we first of all talk about how impressive Jake the Snake has been as Legends Champion? Should we talk about that, maybe? And it is his second time as champion. You know, nobody has been able to beat him.
He's always been impressive, though, Archer.
That is true. That is true. But what do you think of his reign, though, as champion? Like, it's just...
Oh, it's exactly what I expect from Jake the Snake Roberts.
Maybe a little surprising, though. A little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Little bit. Froggy?
Oh yeah, I mean, he's the Legends champion. What more needs to be said? He's earned it, and he's earned it better and for longer than almost everyone else, or longer than everyone else. He's there for a reason.
Well, he's been. This is his second run as Legends champion, so he's a 2-time champion. You might be onto something there. I'll have to fact check that. But yeah, actually, he might be the longest reigning Legends champion. I'm trying to think because Kevin Nash held it for a while. Is my problem. Now I don't know. I'd have to go look and. At least I think it was that title. Maybe I'm thinking of a different title. You know what? I'm fact checking right now. Damn it.
Okay. Well, while you do that real quick, I just found a little bit of wrestling history from today.
Did you now?
Or, well, from yesterday. Technically, it was yesterday. It's 2 hours ago. Or 8 hours ago, so it was yesterday. But 22 years ago, there was one of the most gruesome injuries in pro wrestling history. Took place in the main event WCW SlamBoree pay-per-view. 4 quarters match for the WCW World Title between Jarrett, Scott Steiner, Sid Vicious, and Road Warrior Animal.
Yeah, I know it was Kevin Nash. Sorry, Kevin Nash has been a 2-time champion, and yeah, so right now Jake the Snake has got to be at least catching Kevin Nash. I'm pretty sure Kevin Nash held the Legends Championship for close to 2 months.
Kevin Nash, the guy who took an actual knife to the chest while filming Punisher.
He did.
That Kevin Nash.
That Kevin Nash
is the only person who has a grander title reign with this belt than Jake the Snake Roberts.
Right? All right, back to you, Glenn.
Big sexy. But Sid Vicious jumped off the second rope to deliver a big boot, and his leg snapped in 2 places.
Yikers.
Steiner went on to win the match, but fans remember it for the riveting footage of Sid's injury. Required a 17-inch rod to brace his leg moving forward.
He's a big dude.
It wasn't
to this day, he's a big man.
Yeah, he would not return to wrestling until 2004. I remember hearing about that one, you know. I didn't see it, but I remember hearing about it.
Now, incidentally, who do you guys think walks out the champion? We got Y2J, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, and then you've got Jeff Jarrett, JEFFJARRETT, and then of course Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake retains.
Well, I'm thinking about Jericho.
Oh God, here we go.
I think the booking is going to lean towards Jarrett.
The booking.
But my money's on Jake to retain.
Gamer. I'm going to go with Double J, Jeff Jarrett, to shock the world, strut his stuff to the ring, and strut back out as the new Legends champion, baby.
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for
I mean, y'all know my history on betting, so
Wrestling Championship.
There's that.
Introducing the challenger from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Froggy, how dare you interrupt his list?
233 pounds, Chris Jerry.
It's a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here. You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
Kamala.
A focused challenge.
Did not just pass away not long ago?
It's the biggest match of his career.
I think so.
I will have you know that when I was little, Kamala was a very big, scary dude. Who I saw live, by the way. I was lucky enough to see, he came to my home. He was actually this very same event. I've already told the story. It was the one where The Undertaker took a bite of my fucking chocolate bar, which I still can't get over to this day. That was the weirdest fucking thing ever. Because how that even I never really told the whole of that story. How that transpired was I was sitting there talking to his agent, and of course you had Paul Bearer and The Undertaker beside me. Well, some guy comes over and he kind of tries to walk between us. So he did walk between us. So I moved my left arm around him and over in front of Paul Bearer, and The Undertaker literally took the chocolate bar out of my hand, took a bite, and then handed it back to me. And I remember thinking to myself, what the fuck just happened? And I'll be honest, I saved that chocolate bar. The problem is when I was younger, I had, troubles with alcoholism in my family, so eventually that disappeared, whatever. But I originally had that saved in like a vacuum seal package and put in the freezer because, you never know, you know what I mean? But plus, it's a cool story. It's a cool story. It's a weird story. I still don't understand the story, but it happened. But yeah, there was some great wrestlers there that night, man. Tito Santana was there. The Blue Blazer, which is Owen Hart, was there. The Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez fought. Tatanka was there. Hacksaw Jim Duggan was there. Who else was there? It was a great lineup of people. And that was back when they cared a lot more about house shows. Now they just send whoever's left over that's not busy with the other show. You know what I mean? You expect the Bloodline, and all you get is Jimmy Uso. But
and it was August 9th of 2020, Archer.
Okay, yeah. I was pretty sure it was fairly recent.
There is nothing but pure evil in the eyes of Jake the Snake Roberts. A rare superstar who seeks no adoration, only fear.
Sorry, what'd you say again? Can you say that? What'd you say?
Hall of Famer with sinister.
It doesn't matter what you said!
Jake the Snake Roberts looks ready to drop his opponent.
Sorry about that. It was. Listen, Froggy messages me straight shit sometimes with threatening results if I don't do as he wishes, and he wanted me to pull off a silly cool on YouTube. What can I say?
Being their final night with the title.
And for those of you who don't know, you can't win a submission match by pinning your opponent. Instead, you have to make them tap out. As tests of skill go, it's tougher to do better than this.
Andre was almost 600 pounds too.
Deafening, and he's asking for more.
He got whipped into that corner. Kick to the stomach. Hits him with the counter. Oh yeah, let's just all take a moment to truly appreciate.
He had a live chicken.
His presence. Kick right to the back.
I actually didn't know that. Did anybody else know that?
I didn't.
We need to know more about that.
Jericho just relaxing as the match started
Winning in
out.
a no disqualification match. You lean into the stipulation and leave no stone unturned. Use
All right, well,
everything at your disposal to get
while
the
we're
win.
looking more information about that, I'm going to quickly grab a fresh drink as my cup is empty, so I'll be right back.
And I do have to step away to use the
How
facility, so I'll be back.
dare you copy? Don't you get back here. You were not dismissed. Do not copy me. Get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Glenola. 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 Son of a bitch. Okay. You know what I'll do? I'll beat him back here is what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Snapmare right across the face. Oh, man. Suplex. Great combo. Missed timing with that springboard.
Welcome in, Sugar.
Absolutely no
We have the wrestlers doing their own work.
by the back elbow. Tough position to be caught
As far as subscribers, the guy who owns the channel just stepped away, but I can tell you, we put out a bunch of content regularly, got some good matchups, and we got eyes on the product. So we built things up on Twitch for a while, and also does stuff over here on YouTube, and Building the brand from both sides.
It mostly comes with progression too.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best. And Jake with a counter. Here, Cody. And now looking to get it right through. This one's over. Tap out coming. Slipped right underneath. And just like that, he's out of the hole. Oh, yeah. Let's just all take a moment to truly appreciate and embrace his presence. With the legs hooked, gonna be looking for it. Stepped over. Cloverleaf submission is in. He's got it locked in. He may not have a choice. He may have to tap out. It is locked in way too tight. There is no escape. And he's out. Tremendous strength. Punch lands. There's some power behind that punch. The hits added up a little on the champ. Great power. Inverted suplex.
Good deal. Get more on the list.
He turns it around on Roberts. Reciprocating the initial reversal. Into the arm. Take the snake. We know what's next. The snake with a DDT. Can it be? Will the reign continue?
Like the first person on the list was like Hulk Hogan. The Hogan was Mr.
Really just laying it in. Oh no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here? It's cinched in. I think we're just moments away from seeing a tap out. We're hearing a snap.
I win! I made it back first.
Still was able to produce some considerable damage though.
No, I just took time to become Dark Granola.
Lies. Don't you dare downplay my victory. I beat you back to the broadcast booth, and you left first, sir. I win. Why are you talking about the boogeyman? Are you scared of the things under your bed? I mean, number 4. You know, I actually like the boogeyman, I'll be honest. He wasn't a great wrestler. A lot of people did. You're not alone in that consensus.
But I got to take a treatment.
Okay. I thought he was amusing as hell, but yeah, Glenola's not wrong. Again, it did suck. I mean, it was, and the fact that they still use it from time to time is ghastly.
Absolutely spiked DDT. Let's go, punching Faye. Roberts able to dodge that.
I mean, not much bothers me, but I gotta be honest, it did disturb me to see him put all those worms in his mouth. It's like, oh my god.
This might not have a pleasant ending.
Oh yeah, that was the purpose, yeah. Froggy, what's your take on the boogeyman? What do you think of the boogeyman? Are you a fan? Do you love him? Is he your favorite?
I like the shtick of it. I would say it's one of those things that's like, you know, you're wearing a stereotype out to the ring. So it's one of those things that's dated.
Oh, yo, Shogun! Welcome into the broadcast, my friend. Welcome to episode number 439. It's the 12th episode here for YTD Academy Live. But welcome to the Arsenals, welcome to the Fam Jam. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you're still watching, I don't know if you're still here. Did any of you notice that we had a new chattering? Joe Link did. Thank you, Joe Link.
You were talking to them while you were
He was trying to give information. Yeah, we're on YouTube, Joe Link. That doesn't work here yet. Alright. Wow, look at that. Just tapped out Jeff Jarrett, so apparently I am incorrect. Double J will not be shocking the world and winning the title tonight. It is down to
double F, E, R, double J,
double T. And he is going home. It is now down to the reigning defending champion and Y2J. Did any of you guys choose Y2J? Yeah.
Glenola might have picked Y2J. I don't remember him.
Glenola did. No, Glenola picked Jake the Snake Roberts to defend.
Okay. I think we're all behind Jake.
We are all behind. Well, actually, I was behind Double J, but that leaves me thinking that Jake the Snake might defend his title. But now that I say that, Y2J opening up a can of whoop ass on Jake the Snake Roberts. So I guess we'll see.
That was almost coast to coast at the time.
Yeah, I was always a big fan of Jake the Snake Roberts. I mean, in his prime, he was a big man, and he was way ahead of his time. He was one of the original full package, but his demons, unfortunately, were what held him back. Or else he would have. I mean, he is an all-time great. Wow, there it is. And Tamer, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match and new YTD Academy Legends Wrestling Champion, Y2J, Chris Jericho, is the victor and the new Legends Champion. Congratulations to Chris Jericho. He did.
Here is your winner and new
Chris Jericho.
champion, Chris Jerry.
Jerry. Oh, the Ocho. All right, new champion, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. That was a great match, I'll be honest. All right, next match on the docket. And this is for the YTD Academy Tag Team Wrestling Champion. We've got the other half of Weapons of Mass Destruction from Team YT Shadows. It is Tony Stone and the man called Drek teaming up against Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. They are the Gate Crashers. And, of course, again, they are the team that dethroned Phenomenal Soul just recently. It's funny because Phenomenal Soul dethroned the Wolfpack. They dethroned Phenomenal Soul, and on the other side of things, the Wolfpack Gals lost their champion. I mean, it was a bad week for the Wolfpack in general as far as tag team championships went. But tonight, newly crowned champions putting their title back on the line against the other half of Weapons of Mass Destruction. What do you guys think? I mean, Tony Stone and Drek both very impressive in singles competition, but can they click as a newly formed... I mean, yes, they've been part of the Weapons of Mass Destruction faction, but now they are a tag team. Can they click as a newly formed tag team well enough to dethrone the new champions? What do you guys think?
That's the thing, too. When you put two good solo competitors together, you never really know, because being a tag team with teamwork and chemistry, since they just formed a tag team, I think they could pull it through with their way.
They are ready for battle.
I personally think that they can win it.
The following contest.
I agree. If I were going to put, well, I agree to the extent that if we were talking about individuals, I'd have money on Drek and Stone for sure.
Tony Stone, of course, the reigning defending European champion.
Yeah, case in point.
Yep, exactly. I was just adding that to your story.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our
But Ciampa has been
and this is the one I've been
a world-class tag team competitor for a long time.
He really has, yeah.
And when you got Thatcher in, I mean, there's... Obviously, the Wolfpack is the best stable on any brand in TAV, of course. Wrestle War Starcade doesn't. but phenomenal soul.
How dare you, sir?
They just get win and after win after win over the coalition mostly, and they still lost their belts to the Gate Crashers.
They did.
Those guys are champions already. They are tag champions already. The new guys are
champions.
Now, just to add to the event, this is an elimination matchup. So it's not one fall wins it all. It is elimination style. So are they good enough to beat Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa in an elimination style match? Because I mean, it's a lot different ball game than a regular traditional match, you know.
It could very likely be their last title defense. If you know
And again, they're very impressive as singles competitors, but can they click together? Have they learned enough being part of the faction of Weapons of Mass Destruction to do equally as well as a tag team? Can they coexist together, work as a team? Because a lot of the time, you're used to working by yourself. You don't tend to tag your partners enough, maybe as you should. Bad things can happen. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. By the way, this is the co-main event of the evening. Wait until you see the main event. It is going to burn down the house.
I'm glad we could, speaking of the house, I'm glad we could finally upgrade to not a high school gymnasium. For the
you know what's funny about that is Glenola missed the high school gymnasium. He loved it. Glenola would, though, right? So, but no, yeah, I love the upgrade to the studio, and we've had some great matches since we've moved to the studio. I mean, we had great matches in the gymnasium as well. YTD Academy's always been a hot spot for great matches, but
the gymnasium is where Poindexter broke Joe Link's record for the fastest match.
That is correct.
And where Archer, I believe, eventually superseded that in.
Also correct.
Did you hear that thud?
A+. All right, so I guess Golden Gamer, back to your list, I guess.
Oh, look at the impact here. Just boom, boom, pummeling the chest of their opponent.
No, I know, I remember. He was the ex-con that wore the orange jumpsuit. And I was just, I don't know, I couldn't get invested. He didn't intimidate me. I didn't understand how he was going to intimidate anybody else. I don't know, That he was a terrible wrestler, by the way. Terrible wrestler.
Dangers in this kind of match are endless, Byron.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's all about the dangers of the unknown. The fight could go anywhere. An attack can come from anywhere. Well, this is when we see just how far someone's willing to go to defeat their opponent, because anything goes.
Yeah, they didn't have performance centers then, so
Makes him pay with a counter.
you had to find a camp of your own somewhere.
He's in off the tag. Placed in the corner.
Damn, Ciampa just kicked Stone right in the lips.
Rick. Yeah, Tone's got those long legs.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Well, he can kick them, but you have to watch out for that.
Avoiding contact.
Gina's come up twice tonight now. What the hell?
Taste of pain. Strikes with a kick. Slammed with a face buster.
Yeah. Probably one of the many reasons at the time, to be honest. But
Oh man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Yeah.
Challenger's looking shaken. What a neck breaker. Ciampa looking to hurt his opponent. Ciampa will stop at nothing to get ahead. Oh, look at the knees. Endless knee strikes. Oh, right to the kidneys.
God.
Uh-oh. Right to the knee.
I don't think he just wasn't any good. It was like the same situation with Nails. Neither one of them are any good. Like, they just weren't good at anything.
Whatever's playing here can't be good. Are you kidding me? Makes the cover. Instant kick out from the champion. Don't know how he can't get more than a 1 count at this point. Drives his opponent down with a Uranagi. He saw it coming, taking advantage. Oh, wrist clutch. Into an arm breaker. Nasty.
Yeah. I was just going to say the Repo Man took a lot of flack because people hated the fact that he was, one half a Demolition and in a very strange gimmick. But he pulled it off, and then I actually thought it was entertaining. He had some great wrestling matches. But I understood why people were not exactly... a lot of people did not like the Repo Man. It wasn't him they didn't like, it was the character, the gimmick. They hated the gimmick. Well, the Repo Man kind of came out of left field for most people, I'm sure, too. Froggy, what do you think about that?
I have no thoughts.
No. Yeah, I mean, he just, Demolition disappeared and suddenly Smash returned. And everybody knew it was Smash. It was visibly Smash. I mean, it was just weird. It was weird. Did Drake just try to deck the referee? I'm pretty sure he just tried to deck the referee.
Well done.
That was savage.
Actually, not quite well done because he didn't succeed.
Yeah, he didn't succeed yet. Valiant attempt.
For those who don't know, Team Wolfman likes when refs get decked.
They do take a lot of beatings. I mean, I'm surprised we have any referees left.
That dates back to refs screwing the Wolfman.
Fair. Oh! Damn.
In one particular incident, when his own faction member touched him.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Got disqualified. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Sid Vicious touched the Wolfman.
Yep.
And Wolfman got disqualified.
Yeah, for some reason. It was really weird. I don't know what that was about. It was a tag team match. Of course he touched him. I mean... But yeah.
In one of my matches today, the referee actually held back someone from going outside the ring, but only did it once.
Isaac Yankem. Yeah, that was Kane actually when he first came into the business.
Look at this.
That was so terrible.
Hard to watch, too. There's no way this is going to work. No way. Oh, yes.
Yeah, or at least he wanted to be. But I mean, it was a terrible gimmick from get-go. Awful.
He breaks it up, and we're still going. Being carried around with ease.
Yeah. So, now, it was just the gimmick that was terrible. He was able to have good matches. Glenn Jacobs always was able to have good matches. For a big man, he could wrestle very well. I was always impressed by that. Of course, Glenola's a fan of Kane, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about, so... Froggy, you a fan of Kane?
I am.
He reverses it. Oh, look at this. German suplex. And not done yet. Another German.
I'm still trying to figure out how Keith Lee ended up in AEW and isn't sitting in WWE with some sort of championship belt around his waist.
When you can't hear yourself think because the crowd's so loud, you find a way to do superhuman things. That's what these combatants are doing here. Big forearm.
Yeah.
Oh, wrist clutch. Into an arm breaker. Nasty. Continually punishing, man. Oh, Thatcher got caught with a reversal. Look at this, going counter for counter. Forearm. Oh, impressive counter. This building is rocking right now. Can you blame him? Gets him with the counter.
Well, I mean, they really haven't used him at all.
He and Swerve had the tag belts for a little bit, but now I don't know what happened, but Lee isn't with Swerve's group currently.
No. Well, it's like they just bring the WWE stars in for that quick, cheap pop, see what happens, and then stop utilizing them. It's just the way it goes. Look at Miro.
Yeah.
The gross thing.
Stopping the crowd thing was Miro.
And the stupidest thing about the Miro situation is WWE, because he's positioning, he goes to AEW and ends up in the exact same position with a stupider gimmick. It made 0 cents. Makes 0 cents. But most of those guys are going to end up back in the WWE anyways. You quickly find out the grass isn't greener.
This is what champions are made
the gobbledygooker?
finding that deepest ounce of willpower.
Yeah.
That final drop of fuel.
It sounds like something out of a very bad 1970s porn. The gobbledygooker.
This arena has come unglued. You can feel the foundation shifting with it. Coquina clutch. Irony's got the sleeper locked in. The sleeper hold is locked in. This could be it. He's got it locked in. He may not have a choice. Does he have the wherewithal to break the submission? Yes.
Is it delicious, Glenola?
I thought I was muted.
Ghastly.
I was just finishing off a cough drop, right there at the end.
What kind of top drop?
Goodness.
Cherry Halls.
Ooh, cherry holes.
But you have to admit it. Check this out. DDT. Good night. The champ.
I'm gonna go with
BM Punk.
I'm gonna guess that's probably not it, but
Yes, tag.
it's an old wrestler.
Ciampa gets countered there. What a punch.
Giant Gonzalez.
Devastating. Ciampa trying to shake the cobwebs, but it
Yeah,
might be
fair
too
enough.
late. He's looking
The
for
Minotaur. Yeah,
exclamation mark.
that was just. Oh, it was awful. Awful. Wow, look at that. There we have it. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the elimination style tag team matchup and new YTD Academy tag team wrestling champions, representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction from Team YT Shadows and Team Dedrick. They are the man called Drek and Tony Stone. They are the weapons of mass destruction, and they are your new YTD champions. Congratulations to Dedrick and, of course, YT Shadows. New tag team champions.
The weapons are making some noise, Granola.
They are.
Yeah. Weapons are a great tag team.
They are. They are right on the heels of the Wolfpack, and I don't know. They are consistently looking to draw in new talent. I don't know. I think eventually, I've said it before, it's a matter of time before Weapons and the Wolfpack end up colliding, I think. I don't know. What do you think, Froggy?
When objects are massive enough to create their own gravitational well that supersedes the others, in the vicinity there is only one eventual outcome.
Indeed. All right, main event of the evening. It is for the YTD Submission Wrestling Championship, and look at this villainy. We've got the CDXXXIX from Team Froggy Mouthlegs taking on the Nature Boy, Nature Rick, a.k.a. Ric Flair. I can't get that out of my head ever since Boss Apollo said that. You know, some of the things that dude comes up with, I'm telling you, the thing that'll never, I mean, the whole, the blind dog thing. The joke had nothing to do with a canine or any animal on the planet, or any reason why there might be a blind dog thrown into that mix. But that is Boss Apollo's answer to the joke. It's because the dog was blind. I was like,
How you doing, Blake?
what?
Nature Rick.
But yeah. Joling says Nature Rick. There's no K on Rick. How dare you?
So who do you guys think is going to win this match?
I'm going with CDXXXIX to become the new submission wrestling champion. Now, everybody just put their money on Ric Flair, didn't you? No, you can't bet. So you did not. Liar! You lies! You can't bet.
You've already talked about Andre the Giant tapping out to the Alpha Particle.
Yeah,
The Alpha Particle.
Or 100.
TDX got War to tap to the Alpha Particle last night, which didn't count because it's not a knockout, but still.
And I believe this is a best 2 out of 3 submissions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going for the TDX.
I think TDX wears down Ric Flair, makes a comeback. Because, I mean, Ric Flair is tough out of the gate, especially when it comes to submission matches. We've seen what he's done. So, but
I take nothing away from the Nature Boy.
Nope. But it's best 2 out of 3 falls, and I see TDX wears him down and probably comes from behind and ends up winning 2-1 over Ric Flair. My guess.
You're right, Michael. And judging from the
He does come from behind more than you would expect.
He does. He does
Now, what you need
indeed.
to ask yourself is whether or not gravity is massive. The math would indicate that gravity has mass, that there is some sort of hypothetical graviton out there.
Right, yeah.
Made by a friend of
If
mine.
magnetism has electrons, as electromagnetism has electrons, you would think there would be some kind of graviton. And that would limit the effect of gravity on nearby masses. However, if gravity were not massive, that means its reach would be infinite.
So is Arnold his
And
wardrobe
everything
that
affects
has
everything
enough
else in the
space to
universe,
access
even if
them
it's
all.
only on a micromic level.
Indeed. Well said. A lesson to everybody for the evening. Facts of life outside of pro wrestling. Isn't that nice?
Anyway, here's Tom with the weather. I do have a loop of sorts that will put things perhaps into perspective. If I may.
Okay.
What we have here is the average viewer count for cable pro wrestling TV shows for 2022.
The Archerverse TV 8.4.
8.
Spoiler.
4. Yes, as I said, the average viewer count, so the Archerverse is 8. What they have here is, obviously there's some flex. I'm not going to go
Well, you
through
said viewer
every-
count. No, I was thinking ratings. Nielsen ratings.
I've heard it both ways.
Yes.
So, what we have, would anyone care to take a guess on the single show that has the highest average viewership, TV viewership, for the year of 2022? Talking about weekly shows.
I mean, we're talking pro wrestling shows here?
Pro wrestling shows. Cable TV shows. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the highest rated show up until recently was probably still Raw. Out of all the...
Okay. Well, go from the 6 shows we have here. Impact Wrestling is 105,470 viewers on average.
Per match? Is that a per match?
Per airtime.
Per airtime. Like for a show. Yeah. So Raw gets like a million plus.
You know, Impact is, at least you're on TV.
Yeah.
The next one is, not surprisingly, AEW Rampage at 459,000 viewers.
Yeah.
On average.
You know, that show when it first started out, now it had the opening hype of Punk and everything else, but I mean that show was actually close to 1 million at one point, and then it just consistently fell, consistently dropped.
Bang, drop kick. He is a sight to behold. Take a picture while you can, everyone. Outside of the ring now. What's the plan here? Able to reverse that one. Quick exchange of counters there. And another counter.
Yeah, that's true. For the most part.
Rampage's highest, they still didn't even quite get the average of NXT, which is 624,000 average viewers per episode. NXT is good.
See, the episode, I believe the episode with Punk breached 800,000, but yeah, they weren't, they haven't consistently done good numbers. But I mean, the show's not good either, so there's no reason to give it. It is literally the cultists tuning in. That's it. It's nobody else. They don't have any new viewers tuning in. You know what I mean?
Figure 4. Submission is in. This one's over. Tap out coming. Oh, look at this. Trying to spin his body on the stomach. Does. And that'll break the hold.
Oh, figure 4 being reversed.
Great reaction from Ric Flair. He had it scouted.
Ooh!
Dynamite, we've had plus or minus 1 million, but it averages out at 963,000 average
Yeah,
viewers.
sounds about right. I mean, not now. When was this list done?
This was all of last year.
Yeah.
It was, I'm not sure, but it was for all of 2020, 2022. So it did better than NXT, but the next show, the next two, of course, are WWE properties.
Yeah.
And we have Raw coming in at second place with an average of 1.7 million per episode. And it's superseded by SmackDown at 2.1 million.
Which is funny because that's the show that loses money. Isn't that weird?
It's on Fox, but it's more accessible.
Yeah.
Then it's technically not on cable unless it's on FS1. It's technically not on cable, but included in the listing here. So there's a little more accessibility. But yeah, I don't know how the highest the highest watched pro wrestling show for last year is a money week reporting.
I know, it's weird, right? I mean, to me, if that's true, it has to be at their fault because there's no way they can't capitalize on earning money off of that.
On 4 million eyes a week, yeah.
Right? Like, I don't buy that for some reason. I don't know.
He didn't even let the ref start the count.
But I guess if they're sinking more money into the show than what, I don't know. It's strange though, yeah.
Advertising and promotion and stuff like that is very expensive, sure. But I mean, they didn't really have to buy the infrastructure or build the fan base.
Well, exactly, yeah.
They had the talent, they had the infrastructure, they had the market interest going into it. I don't know how you can mess that up.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what they were saying though. They're saying that the SmackDown has consistently lost money. I mean, Raw never loses money, so I don't know what USA is doing differently. You know, NBC, Universal, Comcast. I don't know what they're doing differently, but apparently Fox doesn't know how to. And there's at least a fall. The Nature Boy just tapped out T-Dex. It is 1-0 for the Nature Boy. But I called this. I said this might happen. Nature Boy is a tough competitor right out of the gate. He's one of the best technical wrestlers ever. We'll see what happens for the rest of the match, though.
I got a new little thing here for you, Archer.
A new little thing?
I'm going to give you a quote.
A quote?
See if anybody can guess what classic wrestler said this.
Okay.
We had a fantastic relationship with Vince. When we went up there and he said, guys, I'd like to maybe turn you good guy. And blah, blah, blah. I got up on his table right in front of him. I'd never met him before. My face was about 2 inches from his face. I was on his desk on my hands and knees, and I said, Vince, if you want us babyface with faces like this, you go right ahead. Vince turned around. He says, look at my top baby faces. Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Have they got pretty mugs?
Great reaction from Ric Flair.
Who said that?
Great reversal.
I mean, that could apply to a lot of people, but...
Submission, putting that strain on. It's not embarrassing to tap out. He'll save your career.
I will give you this hint. Definitely had an ugly face.
Again, that applied to a lot of people.
Kane.
No, it wasn't Kane.
Nope.
Was it the Steiners? Was this a tag team or a wrestler?
Well, it was a single wrestler, but he was part of a tag team.
Single wrestler, but he was part of a tag team. Okay. Mick Foley?
Nope.
Who was it?
Bushwhacker Luke Williams.
Oh, I never even. You know what's funny is I literally thought the Bushwhackers, then I thought, nah, there was uglier people. But no, really, that's how I justified that in my head. I was thinking, there's uglier people than the Bushwhackers. I'll leave them out. And then,
if you had said the Bushwhackers, I probably would have accepted it. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe Nature's found a new gear to battle back.
That's very interesting.
I ran in across this. It's like, oh, this is too good not to.
Man, T-Dex in trouble here with Nature Rick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here it comes. He's setting it up, figure 4 time. T-Dex in trouble right in the middle of the ring. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match by a perfect score of 2-0, and still the YTD Academy Submission Wrestling Champion.
He could knock out half the Wolfpack, but he couldn't survive a submission match against Nature Rick.
Well, give him that. He was just in that match last night.
Yeah.
That was ghastly. My mic cut out. And by the way, his name was Ric Flair. I believe I cut out at Ric Flair. It's a newly signed wrestler, Ric Flair. Wow, that was a great show. Some surprises along the way, but some great in-ring action tonight. New tag team champions. Ric Flair defends. Jake the Snake actually finally lost the championship. What a night. Fantastic. All right, well, guys, that is it. That is all for episode number 439 here at the Archverse. We'll see each other Tuesday night for episode number 440. And the third episode of the year for the Archverse Wrestle Wars Genesis. It's going to be a fire evening of in-ring action, a thrill ride, if you will. To start, we have to upstage what the Wolfpack Championship Wrestling did on Friday night. So make sure you tune in, see what we're going to do, see what goes down. Will there be titles on the line? Will there be some faction wars? Either way, we're on the road to Slamboree. So we'll see you Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over in the land of purple, twitch.tv/the Archverse. Froggy, Glenola, Golden Gamer, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you as always, especially when you take the time to flock on over to YouTube, the Shark Tank. It is a scary place to be, but we are rocking it. But thank you guys, and we'll, of course, see each other, well, as soon as I stop the broadcast. But we'll see everybody else Tuesday night for Wrestle Wars Genesis. Thank you all. You guys are all amazing. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the support. And we'll see you then.
Have a great night.